It's go time. The postseason is here. You guys have both been through this as driver and crew chief. Where are the nerves at right now?
Well, driver, you're nervous, you're jacked up, but you know what? There's one thing, when you crank up that motor, there's one thing, that focus is out that windshield and those nerves go away.
There you go.
And I have no idea what this truck is going to drive like. We practiced in the day, and we've had an IRP race since our practice.
True. All right. For Todd, Larry, myself, that does it for us here on race day. Time now to go to the guys calling the action in the booth and Vince Welch.
The truck playoffs are starting in July. They've got 3 races in like 3 months.
One of the great short tracks in America.
Weird.
It's playoff night at Indianapolis Raceway.
Eyewitness reports that Daniel Jones at Giants Camp accidentally hit a disabled fan with a misplaced pass.
Only 10 drivers. Will the veteran drivers make their experience known?
Fucking Barry McCoggin tweeted, "Thank you for keeping us updated. Really thought Daniel Jones was a better person than this." Oh, Jesus Christ. I hope that's not true. That's got to be a joke, right? I mean, I've seen weirder things happen in NFL training camps, but that's got to be a joke. Still, I really hope it was true because it's funny. So, Truck Series. Hey, Jesus. Making sure my mic was working. Truck Series. IRP. That's why I'm here. Just because of the track. I guess it takes a real special racetrack to get me to want to stream a truck race these days. So here we are. This track should have never left. Should have never went away. Perfectly good fucking short track. Something ought to be racing there that's in the NASCAR Top 3 Series. Hey, Michael.
If you're looking for a championship favorite, look no
I worked today and was very sore. I took a 2.5 hour nap after work, so I'm good. I work tomorrow 8 to 3, race until 3:30, so we're good. I work Sunday 8 to 2, race until 2:30. So once again, got my job by the balls. They just kind of let me do what I want. I mean, I got to ask and everything, but they don't know it. But even if they said no, I'd still do it anyway. But luckily, my job hasn't told me no on anything since I've been there.
Driver in the playoffs is 19-year-old Carson
Hovercar.
Young, but he's not intimidating.
I don't think I've streamed a truck race since Sonoma. I would have streamed Pocono, but I worked till like 1 that day, and the race started at noon.
John Hunter Nemechek was
Good noon start time.
Championship favorite, but the playoffs were a bust.
You know, I don't know about the national anthem, but the chick was really hot, so I'll say that was a good national anthem.
His sights set on a playoff run that brings him that coveted championship trophy. It all begins tonight. Right here at Indianapolis.
I have never felt more confident about a parlay in my life.
So glad to have you.
Other than Xfinity, because AJ might win. Look at Mikey with the fucking beard. SRX put some years on this dude. Look at Mikey.
Two-time Indy 500 winner Roger Ward back in the 80s and early 90s. It was Thursday Night Thunder. Maybe you tuned in and learned about Raceway Park spawn names like Jeff Gordon and Tony
Well, I'm not on strike from trucks. I'm just not that interested in trucks, and I'm tired all the time. So some sacrifices have to be made, just like SRX, which I regretted not streaming. But it's IRP, so of course I'm streaming. Hey, I heard Craftsman is the front runner to be the new sponsor for the Truck Series next year. So, play NASCAR 2005. It'll still be up to date in the Truck Series.
This was one of the biggest short track races in America, and that brilliance of this.
Put Xfinity back at IRP, please.
We're going to be back in
Much as I love the road course. I heard, so next year, Cup's going to be on the Indy road course again. Year after, they might do the oval, and then after that, they might alternate. Do oval 1 year, road course 1 year. Oval 1 year, road course 1 year. That might be cool.
I was part of the first ever NASCAR race.
I think Brickyard 400 should come back on the, 30th anniversary of the original. So 2024 would make a lot of sense to have the
We went early, but went a few days early.
Brickyard 400 come back.
It was well attended. It was such a blast to be racing in iconic Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah, Mike Davis was dead fucking wrong. First of all, he starts off, Hamill never touched him. I'm with Junior. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? By the way, I'm getting caught up on the Dale Jr. download at work every day that I stock. And I listened to that episode and was like, what the fuck is Denny did it on purpose. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He did it on purpose. Like, duh.
Raced here in 1995. But it's 2022, Michael. Who are we going to keep an eye on tonight? Who's going to jump up there and make a name for themselves.
I'm with Junior. What the fuck does Kyle Petty have to do with this?
I like
Start this fucking race. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going to go play video games with my friends.
Fast truck in practice. I liked his long
Matter of fact, let me see if any of them are online right now so I can be sad that I'm not playing with them yet.
Lane, but man, he's in the playoffs. He's a guy that we're going to watch.
Excuse me.
And if
That's a
he
good
doesn't
crowd.
get a victory, a guy that hasn't been
It's
as
as if
strong
they
this
should have
year
never
as we
stopped
expected.
racing here. I think having ARCA and trucks here on the same day was good. Chandler Smith won the ARCA race, I think.
Enfinger had a good
I didn't
truck
watch,
earlier
but
today. He was top 5 in practice. I think this is a guy to watch. Vince, let's take the field.
I don't know. Enfinger, I liked about Enfinger is he said we didn't have a good regular season. The playoffs give us an opportunity. And so many drivers looking to take advantage of that opportunity tonight. Let's fire up the engines at IRP.
And now, race fans, it is my favorite time of the night to give the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome T-Sport Director of Production, Adam Richmond. On behalf of T-Sport, drivers!
Mike Davis was backpedaling so fucking hard as soon as he saw that, yes, Hamlin did hit Ross. It wasn't like a big contact, but they touched. Anyway, that was a good episode. I listened to the Tony Uri Jr. episode too, learned a lot there. That episode finally gave a lot of insight to all of us who were wondering, why the fuck did Junior suck at Hendrick in 2009 and 2010? It's like the first 20 races of 2008, he was great. They were talking about they were so strong the first half of 2008 that Jeff Gordon and them were like leaning on them for info. Because you remember how fast and consistent Dale Jr. was in 2008 until like the chase rolled around?
The regular season, he failed to record a top 5, but the 99 team is...
I do agree with Mike Davis on one thing. Denny Hamlin's a pussy and he won't actually do shit. That's about as far as he was willing to go last week. Denny Hamlin's a pussy and so is everybody else talking shit about Ross. Ain't none of them gonna do shit. Ain't none of them about shit. Especially like Martin Truex and Denny Hamlin. Like, what the fuck are they gonna do?
Well, for Zane Smith, our regular season champion, you talked about a convincing fashion.
I ought to take that tape that was on the front of Denny Hamlin's car under the wrap at Pocono and put it over his fucking mouth. Save us all the trouble because he ain't gonna do shit.
In 2020 and 2021 alike, he was the champion.
That's the only thing Mike Davis is right about. Everybody's, oh, I'm gonna get his ass. No, you ain't.
A little bit of a change.
Do something.
He's coming off of a 13th place finish a week ago in Pocono. That was his worst in 7 events. After practice and qualifying today, he lines up 23rd. He says he can't have any of those negative thoughts in his head as we get ready to go to green. He grew up short tracking in Vince. He may have a couple of tricks up his sleeve.
Well, he's certainly been dominant at times this year. We'll see if he can do it again.
So if Shane Smith wins, I get $17. But if John Hunter wins and then Gibbs wins tomorrow and then Chase wins Sunday, I got like $100. Surely between these parlays and a separate race bet, I can start getting a little money every week. Hopefully. The truck playoffs. Who gives a shit about the truck playoffs? We get it. 4 jackoffs are going to go to Phoenix and they'll wreck each other for the championship. Probably how it'll go down. Too lazy to hold my headset, so I got it propped on my head. I usually don't like wearing it when I'm doing race streams, but lately I just sit here. I'm just tired all the time. Well, if you win 5.6 million, can I have the 0.6? Please. I've always said, if I got lucky and got a lot of money, the first thing I do would be like, how do I make this like grow and not go away? I feel like I could make $500,000 last a lifetime, as modestly as I would want to live. Well, if John Hunter wins, I need Gibbs to win tomorrow and Chase to win Sunday. Oh boy, they're going back to Richmond soon. Get your pillows ready. Is Richmond a night race? Hold on, let me look at the schedule. Is the second Richmond race a day race as well? For Cup? I can't remember. Am I going to have to lie and get a Day off. Oh, yeah, it is. So Richmond's just a fucking day race now. Okay. I know the spring race is, but now both races are. Good to know. Just wanted to double check. There's not a lot of night races anymore. Hey, give me the 0.6 if you pull it off. I know in the grand scheme of things, to some people, $600,000 really ain't that much, but I can make it last. I can make it last. For damn sure. I guess I want to get Darlington tickets next week. Go ahead and jump on that a month ahead of time. Got to tell Dylan I'm getting Darlington tickets next week. Dylan, if you're listening, I'm getting Darlington tickets next week. I'll tell you what you owe me.
Starting lineup in the pylon to the left, and the playoff drivers highlighted in that yellow background. Take a look at our Camping World track description.
You see, just under.
It's a 6.86.686 racetrack, if I remember correctly. Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Same length at 699 feet. Let me just summarize that, Phil. Action-packed short track racing on Friday night. Not enough. Let's take a look at our race analysis. This race is 200 laps. You see 137 miles. First stage 60, second stage 60. Our final stage is 80 laps. You see our pit window, if they had to, is 120 to 130 laps. And the last time we were here in 2011, Timothy Peters went to victory lane.
And again, the Camping World.
Timothy Peters won last time.
Side of the screen, Zane Smith, by the way, regular season champion, second worst starting position of the season. So
Man, I was always tight as shit racing this track in NASCAR 2005. How do I think Gibbs doing the Cup race? About the same as last week, maybe a little better. Might get that 15th place finish this time that he lost out on. He went from 16th to 18th on the white flag lap last week, I think. But I think Ty can get another somewhere between 15th and 20th style finish.
Let's ride along with Christian Eckes. Christian is a former ARCA Series winner here at IRP. This is the T-Sport Curb Records Toyota. Christian's going to start from the third spot. And how about this bumper cam? You think we're going to be able to keep this camera?
Hope Kurt Busch makes it back soon. I don't want to see Kurt Busch's career end this way.
Downstairs to Jamie.
Well, for Chandler Smith, the start of the playoffs mean continuing what's already been started. He won just a week ago at Pocono, carried that momentum all the way into a front row start here this weekend. And he says that in his second playoff appearance now, he is just more aware of the point scenarios, more aware of risk versus reward, and he is ready for this challenge tonight, Josh.
And John Hunter Nemechek enters the playoffs in a much different scenario than last season when he had those 5 wins and 49 playoffs.
I took Gibbs for the parlay tomorrow. I got to think about who I'm going to pick for the Xfinity race.
Well, this time around, he gets the pole and setting himself up for that first win of the postseason, guys.
Racing, it's just incredible. You never know what you're going to get.
So what's going to happen when Hendrick replaces Alex Bowman with Kyle Busch?
John Hunter Nemechek. Here's the playoff leaderboard coming into the first of 7 playoff races.
Got 10 guys still eligible for this championship. Zane Smith, obviously our regular season point champion, but it's anybody's game right now.
Yeah, we're going to cut that down to 8 guys in just a few races, and it's a really cool first round of the playoffs, and we're kicking off NASCAR playoff racing in Indianapolis at Indianapolis Raceway Park. This is such an iconic...
Why does Michael Waltrip sound like he's had a stroke? Like I said, them SRX races really took their toll.
You can see, Vince, you better start up front if you want to win here, according to history.
It certainly helps. Of the 17 races, 15 of the winners have come from a top 5 starting position. The last time we raced here,
welcome to the I'd rather be playing GTA with my friends right now, 200 at IRP.
Back with you, John Hunter Nemechek in that purple number 4 Yahoo Toyota. And
Yahoo!
is his teammate.
I like how you can see the parking lot plain as day on the camera here. Green flag. Boy, John Hunter, his truck looked like my car in 05 there, the way it just shot up the track going into turn 1.
Spotters will all take note of that. John Hunter got the lead from the bottom. He drives off and look behind him.
Chandler Smith into second, around the outside of Eckes.
Chandler Smith grabs that spot. He just took a checkered flag in the arc truck spill.
Yep.
Here he is racing in second spot.
John Hunter leads lap 1. We're on our way. A lot of trucks bottoming out.
Crew chiefs watch that ARCA race. Couple of more.
This is the kind of racetrack the Truck Series should primarily race on. Nobody wants to see the Truck Series at Las Vegas or Kansas.
One night, is it?
No, he's just 20 years
We
old.
want to see him at IRP. We want to see him at fucking Memphis, even Iowa, something, you know.
Talked about in the pre-race. Grand Infinger, nice.
Too many mile-and-a-halfs in the trucks.
Grabs that spot away from Eckes as Eckes slides a little bit.
Oh, yeah, Matty D's back to waste a ride in the trucks next year, just like he wasted a ride in the Cup for all those years.
Trying to ease up in front of the 51 of Corey Hine. No
Congratulations to him. His career downward spiral is continuing. Look at Hocevar on the apron.
Only one that's not in the playoff.
A lot of trucks straddling the apron there. Friesen and Hocevar and some others.
Further back in the field.
Through 3 and 4.
Hocevar trying to steal that position from Eckes. Battling with it.
Strong move by Hocevar. He was all the way down below the yellow line. I love this angle. You can see the different drivers diving off the.
I like those guys running the apron.
And that's what you'll see all night. And by the way, guys.
Well, they should have made those playoff markers on the leaderboard a different color because I glance at them and think a caution's out.
Michael, I think Lane was in the grass that time, going through 3 and 4, trying to make up some spots.
There's the boot barn truck. 38. The hottest guy all regular season. Stumbled a little bit at Pocono, like we pointed out earlier.
I'm happy to be watching a race at IRP. I'm just really annoyed that it has to be on Fox.
All the way through this field to get the victory tonight.
Well, the temptation is to just go hard from the beginning, but tire management so important here. Ty Majeski telling me earlier today, he lost a second in about 15 laps in practice.
And I watched Zane Smith in practice try to make that bottom groove work because he knew that's how you're going to have to pass people is get underneath him. He worked a lot during that. It was about a half a second slower during practice, but he was working on it.
And that's when you got to ignore the stopwatch. You know it's going to be slower, but you also know you're going to need that versatility. You're going to have the ability to go down.
Friesen's driving harder in the corner than anybody.
Takes the lane away from
making it work.
Continues to freeze.
He's 4th.
Friesen into 5th. Eckes slips back. Now Corey Heim challenging the 98 truck.
Look at the challenge up front.
Chandler Smith and John Hunter racing for the lead. What a surprise. 2 KBM trucks.
Remember, Chandler Smith, 200 laps.
I don't know how John Hunter only has 1 win this year.
In the Arkham and Art Series.
That's a fast number 18 Safe Flight Toyota, as you can see.
And he's getting past for the lead right now into 3. On the bottom.
Chandler
Tried to clear him up in the corner. Can't do it. John Hunter's going to take it back off of 4. Smith's loose. Slides up off the corner.
Back at Knoxville on the dirt. If you want to go to the
You can pass on the bottom, but
in May, that's the kind of
he was too loose to get it done.
The playoffs a year ago, having won 5 times in the regular season. This year,
it's fucking hot in my room. Yeah, Bubba's driving the 18 tomorrow. That's exciting.
And technically, I was right.
Hope it goes better than the last time he drove the 18 in the Xfinity race.
He doesn't get credit for it.
I'm around.
Eckes is dropping through the top 10, and we got a caution 10 laps in, and Fox has no idea what's going on.
First caution of the night on
the 33, Josh Reaume.
33 of Josh Reaume.
Oh no!
12. Go
Spencer Boyd and Josh Reaume are tore up.
Significant damage.
The dude Durham.
Son of a bitch.
That darn truck is messed up.
Front and back for Spencer Boyd.
No idea what happened there, and I'm sure we'll never know. Chad Chastain's in the 41 tonight, by the way.
See if that's the case.
They were both just outside.
And we have a call. Hey, there you go. Check out this fucking replay we got here, guys. One of those blurs wrecked the other. Looks like Spencer Boyd.
Not sure if Spencer made contact then or not, but obviously we saw
got into the 33. We'll never really know.
Looked like maybe. Ooh.
Oh boy, Spencer Boyd's on fire. Get the fuck out of there.
Did the 30.
Possibly. Somebody call the ship posters to come save him.
And that truck's up in flames.
AMR safety.
Or are they too busy making fun of mentally handicapped people?
That just hurts my heart, man. They've waited all day long to race at this beautiful short track, and then that quickly, you can see out.
Well, like I said, we'll never really know what happened there because Fox doesn't have a replay worth of shit.
10 playoff drivers, those competing.
You knew that was coming.
But those other 26, they've got.
God damn, that thing's on fire. Anybody gonna put that motherfucker out? I know he's out of it now, but damn.
Accomplished not just in this race, but in the final 7.
Look at the guy with the little. Yeah, it's gonna fucking put it out. There you go.
Early in the race, just have it.
AMR safety team, ladies and gentlemen.
You got the sponsors on the truck. It's just a tough night.
Always on their game. John Hunter holds the lead over Chandler Smith and Grant Enfinger. We're 12 laps in. It's hot as shit in here. And I'm turning my fan on. I don't give a shit. It's too hot to be sitting in here suffering like this. Because I shut my door. I used to sleep in here with the door shut, but honestly, most nights now I leave the door open because I don't want to wake up sweating balls. Guys, what are we going to do? Spencer Boyd's out of the race. Yeah, what the fuck is up with that? Shouldn't he be like dumping Mountain Dew or something on him? I see why his teeth are rotted if he drinks that many fucking Cokes. I bet the best thing I ever did for myself was to stop drinking any kind of Coke product or Pepsi product. It's been over 9 years since I had a proper soda, and it's been 2 years now since I even had a diet one. So, or a zero sugar Coke or whatever. Unless you count all those times I go to Bojangles and get a Diet Mountain Dew, but fuck you know what I mean. I don't buy them anymore. If I buy drinks, they're zero sugar Gatorades and Powerades. That's all I drink. Oh, I don't want to work till 3 tomorrow, though. So, I worked 8 to 1 today. That last hour just crawled by. But getting caught up on the Dale Jr. download is helping me pass the time. It really is. That's a good thing. I didn't listen to the Junior download for like 3 months, so I've got good episodes to go back and listen to. Yeah, Chris, I brush my teeth fairly regularly as well, but I did cut out sodas. Like I said, it's been 9 years since I had one that wasn't diet or sugar-free. Can't believe it's been that long. I have not even tasted a fucking Pepsi or a Coke or a Dr. Pepper or anything like that. 9 fucking years. Next week is what? The Hall of Fame game for the NFL? Hall of Fame games next week. Don't even know who's playing because it doesn't fucking matter who's in the Hall of Fame game. I'll probably watch like the first half. I might watch a quarter and a half. Usually by the end of the first quarter, I'm like, okay, football's back. This game blows. I'm going to move on. Dude, I was always a Dr. Pepper guy. That damn cherry Dr. Pepper, I used to drink like just 12. No wonder I was so fucking fat. I would drink like 12 packs of cherry Dr. Peppers like fucking clockwork. I do admit, since I cut that shit out and started drinking other stuff, it's harder to keep drinks in the house because I'm the only one drinking them. Used to, we'd just buy a shit ton of sodas and we all drank them. I'd never run out of shit to drink.
Hard work, determination, experience.
Everybody's got their own recipe for a championship. We'll see how it plays out.
Beautiful IRP.
Playoff races.
Is it called IRP again, or is it still like O'Reilly or whatever?
From Indianapolis Raceway.
Sorry if my fan's blowing in the mic. It's hot. Man, oh man, he really is fucking Benny Parsons' brother or whatever.
That was on the schedule for the inaugural season.
Man, oh man. Dude, soda makes you so fucking fat.
Just a couple of updates after all.
My sponsor's not here because he doesn't know I'm doing the truck race.
Smith in the number 18. He said it's still a little bit snug. It's better than where they.
He's like, wait a minute, he's doing the truck race. Get the bots going.
Too bad, though, they were able to make it onto the.
I'll probably just conjured his anger.
He did tell his team that he feels like the Ford John Hunter Nemechek is holding him up. So they told him to keep his head down and stay patient, not to do anything silly in this first stage. And moving on to 23 of Grant Enfinger, he said it's better than what we were. They're good on entry. They're better on the center. They helped their issues, but they haven't fixed it completely. But he told the team the good news is this is completely manageable, and as the temperature continues to fall down, he thinks that the track is really going to come to them.
Yeah,
And then Matt
IRP and Lucas Oil are the same.
Way further back, and he
Pretty
came
sure.
on the radio to his team. He said, man, we are bad. They evaluated, do they come to pit lane here under caution? Do they fix
Am I going to root for hell no, Michael? Fuck Tampa Bay, and Julio Jones is a fucking sellout. Gee, those fucking 6 games a year he's going to play for Tampa Bay is going to make all the difference. At least you know he won't be healthy in January to help him.
And don't forget the ARCA race.
It's a better fit than Tennessee for Julio. Tennessee was just a bad fit. That was stupid all around for him to go to Tennessee. But God, what a fucking sellout. What a fucking, as Pat McAfee would say, a stooge and a sellout.
Really affected their cars.
I mean, really. Even if Tampa Bay wasn't division right, if Julio went to the Rams, I'd say the same thing. Like, man, what a fucking sellout. But to go to Tampa Bay, wow, what a fucking sellout.
I wasn't guessing earlier. That's Chandler Smith. He grabs the lead late from Sammy Smith and just does a great.
What? There was competitive racing in the ARCA race? Was there? You sure?
You see that little weird exit off turn 4 coming to get the checker? He ran into the wall, but he got the trophy and he won. Great run by Chandler Smith.
Third ARCA win here at IRP for Chandler Smith. That's nice confidence booster as he gets ready to line up for 200 more laps here in the truck.
Well, especially the way this truck is running early in this race. You know, we talk about tire fall off. We talk about it getting cooler and what that's going to do to the track. I just feel like right now, if you got a fast truck, Phil, and it's balanced.
Yeah, because Tom Brady really needed another receiver, you know.
Is Chandler going to stay behind his teammate?
I like how the moment he loses one of them, they're like, oh my God, sign everybody. Brady's got nobody to throw to. Ah!
There goes John Hunter.
Sign everybody.
There goes Chandler to the top.
Leonard Fournette's fat. Sign Julio. Gronk retired. Get Kyle Rudolph. Ah!
Track like this, it'll be interesting to see if anyone does.
How can Tom win without all these weapons? Oh wait, he can't anymore, and that's why he left New England. His last year in New England is who he is now, but there's enough talent around him to cover it up. And I mean, he's still good. Don't get me wrong, but definitely elevated now by the talent around him. That's for sure.
Have an advantage coming off in turn 2.
The only good thing about the bottom is you can just dive so low. You know, you
We're coming to the green on lap 20. Nemechek's led every lap. Chandler Smith second, Hostvar third, and Finger fourth. That's how they're lined up after the choose. Oh, never mind, they waved off the restart.
But if he gets a proper
blue balls.
I'm sure when taking the low line into turn 1, he can clear Chandler, but it's got to be a great start.
And then just move up and take the lane away from him.
I'm ready to watch some goddamn football. I don't know about y'all.
After this one, this is the first of 3 playoff races in round 1. And they'll eliminate 2 drivers of the 10.
So the next truck race is in 2 weeks, and then after that, it's like almost a month. We got 3 races in 3 months, ladies and gentlemen.
Earlier at Kansas, you take it this first round.
I love the fact that we have 2 short tracks.
When are we going to get trucks on the Roval?
Another paved short track this year, and that was earlier this year. This is only the second one, so I love the fact that we have a couple short tracks because I think these guys excel on these short tracks.
I talked about
trucks were made for short tracks, like I said.
Up to row 2, so that's a fast 23 truck.
A third of the schedule should be tracks that the other series don't go to. Football makes you sad, makes me happy, because I'm emotionally detached now. Green flag. Good. Nemechek once again blows the doors off the 18 here, gets up to the top. Smith gets tight. Almost couldn't make the corner. Hostvar sends it in. Going for second. Nemechek drives away down the back. That was an awful turn 1 for Chandler Smith. Look at Fox zooming that camera out so I can actually see what's going on.
Not quite going to clear the 23.
Stuart Friesen's been making a lot of aggressive inside passes tonight, and he's 4th.
Side for 4th, and here's Zane Smith trying to make his way up through a crowded field.
When it comes to the Falcons, I almost feel nothing. I won't feel anything until that first game they're almost about to win and then blow it. Zane Smith is 16th, 3 wide down the front stretch. Luckily, he's on the inside. That fucking has-been Johnny Sauter. Don't know why he still races in trucks. Maybe he needs to go to ARCA. There's still 3 wide down the back. The 38, the 91, and the 13. And Matt DiBenedetto right behind him with Austin Wayne Self.
You better know you're 3 wide when you come off the corner and don't move all the way up.
Oh boy, Johnny Sauter really backed her up off of 4 there. Almost caused Matty D to run him over. Got a good battle for 3rd. Hostvar and Friesen.
You know, in baseball, you want to hit them where they ain't. In racing, Carson said, I'm going to go where they ain't. And
Chandler Smith's run down Nemechek again, like we saw in the first run. Nemechek's really good on the short run, gets great restarts. But I think the 18 is a little faster.
KBM as an organization has won 6 times this season.
Maybe doesn't have the grip to get the pass done on the bottom. That's why he's really trying to run as high as he can. Not going to be able to pass him around the outside because Nemechek's firmly planted in the outside line.
Year of truck racing, hasn't it been done?
Hostvar trying to hold off Friesen. That's for 3rd. Infinger.
Man, IRP's great. Why did they stop coming here?
We watched the Menards race for 2.
If Cup is going to alternate road course, Brickyard 400 every other year, Xfinity should go road course IRP, road course IRP.
Now to lead this race.
I think that's a fair compromise too.
Is holding up this string of trucks. Grant and Stewart are both a little bit faster. The 42 truck looks a little.
I like the speed in the 52. It's just really hard to make the pass on the bottom.
and he's not able to see there. I think it pushed right there late as well.
A lot of slide jobs tonight.
The gas down
Now Infinger's going to go to the middle and take him 3 wide in the center of the corner. Almost.
3 wide.
The story Hocevar has been this season, the 19-year-old suffered an injury, a leg injury earlier in the season.
But luckily with the truck schedule, Hocevar has plenty of time for that leg to recover.
Several weeks, finally able to put the crutches aside and hobble his way to the truck, but it has been an eventful year and he has stood the test. Now, the big question, can he
stood the test? What does that mean?
Maybe win a championship.
Vince, he broke his ankle at St. Louis, and the next week set on the pole at Sonoma. A road course where he had to do all that.
Friesen got really loose off a 2.
Just shows you the talent of this.
Infinger going to pass him into 3.
Feeling in his truck will
tried, couldn't get there.
The tires wear a little bit. It looks like he's put a bit of a gap on those guys.
Meanwhile,
Friesen loose off of 4. Damn, he's loose on exit.
There's the 38.
Good on entry, loose on exit, from what I can tell.
Zane Smith up to 12.
I love that line he's able to run. It looks like even if he's not in traffic, he can wrap that bottom, and if your truck will stick down there, it'll stick anywhere.
Zane Smith is 12th, I believe. Oh, we got a big spin off of 4. It's the 33 again.
They're in turn 4.
And the caution is out.
For a moment there with all that smoke. That's what those drivers are faced with when they come through that smoke. You can't see
same truck again.
That's when you really rely on your spotter. As you can see, Josh has a crumbled in rear end of his truck.
Second time around.
Well, let's go to Tim Brewer in the Craftsman Tech Garage to talk about why it's better when the fenders are not damaged.
Involved with Spencer Boyd last time. About halfway through stage 1.
You heard the man.
Check has let them all, but it's been tight.
John Hunter, Chandler Smith, Hocevar, Friesen, and Infinger. It's going to be a long race, this many cautions. When is NASCAR going to change the underbodies for short tracks and shit? Like they've been talking about, like, you know, Martinsville and all that shit. Are they going to do it before the playoffs so we don't get a boring championship race, or what? I still think the quality of racing is better this year just because of the higher horsepower and everything. Feels more legitimate that way, in my opinion. I go into a race like, you know what, this might not be the most thrilling affair, but at least I know the best drivers are having to work hard. I just want one time next year for Mike Joy at the start of a race to go 36, 35 of the best drivers in the world, and Cody Ware take the green flag. I still laugh to this day about that clip from the 2011 Daytona 500 where they're watching Stephen Wallace navigate through a crash, and Mike Joy goes, oh, he missed one, and Darrell Waltrip goes, yay! That was fucking hilarious. He missed one. Yay! And Craig Robinson looks like he's been eating some fucking Pizza Hut. No wonder he's in these commercials. I had Little Caesars today. I can't say shit, but... Fuck baseball night in America. Today was ARCA night in America.
Battle against Manny Machado and the Padres. Maybe you'll catch the Phillies and the Pirates, or the Cardinals and the Nationals. The action begins tomorrow, 7 Eastern on Fox. Check for the game in your area.
Well, one of our playoff drivers has made a decision, Phil. Battled that truck hard at the start of this race. As you look at the beautiful skyline of Indianapolis, sun setting, track temperatures going down.
Crafton pitted. He wasn't running worth a shit.
I think he had to. Really.
I got a question. Every time I watch the truck pre-race show, I swear they spend like half the pre-race show talking about how much they love Matt Crafton and how any day now he's going to get it turned around and be fast and win a lot of races. And I'm just like, yeah, nah, I think he's past it.
Huge adjustment, and that gives him 20
That fucking pre-race show, they love them some Matt Crafton, buddy.
He's going in the right direction, Jamie.
Well, they did just have a conversation about that number 88 still being a little bit of a handful, but they agreed calmly over the radio. Matt's going to keep working with what he can do out on the racetrack, and the team will keep making the adjustments that they can make back on pit lane. They're certainly not giving up, even though they don't have the truck that they wish they had for the night.
And you know, no one's more experienced.
Yeah, but I was told that he's going to turn it on and be strong here in the playoffs.
Wedge adjustment and a track bar adjustment. Both of
Why does every sports team in Philadelphia piss everybody off?
That truck, they did so.
Because I don't like the Eagles.
Throughout the rest of this first stage.
Nobody likes the Sixers.
Crafton came into this race 10th of.
Even people in Philly don't like the Sixers.
So couldn't really afford to have this.
Nemechek's dominating the race on the outside line, but on restarts he's picking the inside every time.
Not done yet.
And it's working.
It's a tough start to it for that 88 group.
And the flip side of that is Zane Smith racing from outside the top 20 up to 12th already, and really good looking truck, the way it's handling.
Yeah, he's on the verge of getting some stage points here before it's all said and done. 25 to go here in stage 1. And those stage points extremely valuable for these playoff drivers. As many of them said, you kind of manage your way through the first round of the playoffs. But at some point, you get to that second round.
Everybody hates Alabama. They waved off the fucking restart again. Second time we've hit one to go in this race, they wave it off.
Really interesting. We talked
For
about
fuck's sake.
And I mean, at this point in the race, I'd almost call him a favorite to win this thing because the moves he had, how difficult it is to pass here.
Jeff Gordon never fell off that bad. Crafton's just fell the fuck off. Sauter's even worse. Jeff Gordon was still competitive. Crafton's like barely competitive. And he's certainly not competitive so far tonight.
John Hunter Nemechek and Chandler Smith restarting on the front row.
What's NASCAR doing at an SRX track?
Race tonight. Nemechek won the pole earlier today in qualifying. Chandler Smith qualified second for an all KBM front row. Carson Hocevar and Stuart Friesen in row 2. And they're in row 3. In figure and Corey Klein. Let's go back a little further with Christian Eckes starting on the 4th row. Restart here with the bumper cam. Give you this perspective. Back green at IRP.
There we go. I like that camera shot where I can't see shit. Yeah, I'm looking at the track and the back bumper of the 51. What's going on up front? Mystery to me. I don't know. I can't see, Fox. Wow. Still can't see. What's going on at the front? Don't know. Can't see. Still can't see what's going on up front. Can't see the rest of the field either. I see asphalt and the ass end of the truck in front of the 98. Dano's seasoning. How exciting. There you go. I got to see Nemechek's pulled away with the lead up there.
And react to it. You see how little time they have to do so.
Much like every other restart tonight. There we go. Move that camera out. I can see now, Fox. Thank you.
Tire rubber burned off the track.
Ooh, 3 wide here. Zane Smith, Anchor, and Derek Kraus. Good thing Zane Smith's on the apron.
And Zane Smith continues to move forward now to 10th.
Top 10 for Zane Smith.
This is the first time that I've actually
More 3 wide behind him.
near the groove.
And I think that's because it's the first time he had that traffic he was dealing with. But as fast as that thing is down on the bottom of the racetrack, when he chooses to go low like that.
Me and Dylan started doing the open wheel races in GTA Online. That shit's fun. Oh my god. The open wheel track, some of them street courses are just amazing.
It's interesting. I thought
Makes me want to design one in the game with the creator.
This week.
But who has the time to do that? Not me.
Seeing the Zane Smith truck week after week after week. Found it interesting that all the drivers really kind of had something different to say, but it was all really good in favor of the 38.
It was related to speed.
Yes.
I mean, he talk about grip and turn and
Top 5 is pretty close on speed. I think everybody else in the field's way off of the top 5.
You know what I heard most commonly, though, was aero. They thought they had an aero balance that was an advantage, but...
It ain't nobody close to the 4 and the 18.
Certainly plays. We're running over 130 miles an hour. Certainly a part of it. But this is more mechanical grip and handling, and just a great driver behind the wheel of that truck.
Musavar in that 42 truck runs third.
Oh, look, I turned my fan off for 5 fucking minutes. It's hot in here again.
Playoff drivers.
Like how my cable cuts off for a half a second when I turn that fan on.
The one missing there.
My cable goes dirt every time I turn the fan on.
Matt Crafton, he is back in 26th. Meanwhile, it's still John Hunter Nemechek out.
It's still John Hunter Nemechek out front. He won't miss a thing. We're going to keep on trucking. He didn't say keep on trucking. That's like his catchphrase. Talk to Alex Bowman. He'll put it on a shirt for you. We're going to keep on trucking. I know that fan's got to be loud, but you don't understand how much I'm suffering in here. I wish my fan was at a better spot in my room, but I can't really put it anywhere else other than that corner. Hey, remember when everybody said single lug nuts would be the downfall of NASCAR? I haven't seen anybody's tire fly off in like 2 weeks in the Cup Series. You don't even bother talking about anybody other than the top 5 and Zane Smith. They're the only trucks of note in this race. Blue Emu. They just showed the Blue Emu commercial. That NASCAR commercial will be like, look, black people go to races too. We promise we're not a predominantly white good old boy sport anymore. Nemechek has led every lap. Daytona's coming up.
With a clear windshield in front of him because he is set sail.
John Hunter checked out on this run. 18's not even close to running him down this time.
Traffic, he's going to see his lap traffic.
I think the 18 might have burned up his tires the first couple of runs trying to get by him because he could catch him and then he couldn't get by him. And the 4's bottoming out at that 3/4 mark into the straightaway every time they come through.
Grayson said he grew up watching Thursday.
We're a quarter of the way through.
Indianapolis race.
Sorry, I can't stop doing my Vince Welch impression.
We're here for the first time in 83, was it, Phil? 82.
NASCAR joined this century of racing with fucking electronic dashboards and rear view cameras and single lug wheels and sequential shifters.
Bobby Howard's been pretty fast all day. Qualified 12th. Was good in practice.
Progress rules.
We've lost about 3/4.
Meanwhile, trucks are still stuck in like the 90s.
Laps when the tires were the freshest, so
They're never going to change the trucks in the Xfinity cars because it would just be more money than it's worth. Let everybody keep running those fucking 12-year-old chassis and bodies and shit.
24 flat, so probably even a couple more tenths.
Not the bodies, because they did change like what the bodies are made of, but they're still like 12-year-old chassis and shit in the Xfinity Series. Hand-me-downs from generation to generation. That'll keep the Xfinity Series going a long time at this point. It was a detriment when they changed cars in Xfinity because of the cost, but now it's like the best thing they ever did.
Champion, run 6th.
got some speed though, Vince. He's been struggling as of late.
No, Chris, they need to change it back. Single lug wheels are ruining NASCAR.
Yeah, last 10, 11 races.
Why do NASCAR fans like to fixate on one issue that's not really a fucking issue and just lose their shit over
Found
it?
at the top fives, including a win at Bristol on the dirt. But looks like he's got some speed here tonight.
He said they experimented
You're late.
toward the end of the season, kind of lost their way at times, made some mistakes, had a couple of mechanicals, but just didn't find their rhythm and certainly had lost their step, but found that the playoffs would be an opportunity for them maybe to get the rhythm again and show their championship capabilities.
There we are, wasting precious television time on Matt Crafton and the decline of his career.
Yeah, he's made it back up to 24th, which is where.
Speaking of decline, Derek Krause has dropped about 5 spots this run,
So I think that pit stop was
but he's not relevant. Let's just talk about playoff guys.
just to learn what the truck needs, how it might.
Boy, Derek Krause and Haley Deegan are pretty much fucking flops, ain't they?
Some tires. And
I still think she's better than Krause for some reason.
The playoff drivers are in the top 10. Crafton all the way back in 24th.
Yeah, the number moving I thought was just a pointless, stupid change, but was it going to make me stop watching NASCAR? No, and it didn't affect anything, and it was never going to affect anything.
really only.
I worry about things that are going to affect the sport moving forward and the quality of racing.
Continuing to pressure.
And a fucking single lug wheel ain't going to affect the quality of shit.
Coming down
Get your fucking wheels tight.
stage.
Those stage points certainly valuable as these playoff guys.
And don't put
game
tape under the wrap on the front of the car. Whatever you do.
To this first round, 2 drivers will be eliminated after the 3rd race of the playoffs. This, of course.
Well, these KBM trucks, even when Kyle's not here, they just stink up the fucking truck series. Every time I watch the truck series, it's the fucking KBM show. But when I don't watch, you get races like Charlotte.
With crap. And you know, Phil, you gotta think about patience a little bit too here early in the race. Grab these stage points here in this first.
So the key for truck series racing to be good is for me to not watch. So I'm doing you all a favor.
Now just can't seem to make the move. They swing around the outside of Jesse Little. He's following that down.
The tape thing was pretty dumb. Well, they wouldn't be doing it if it didn't give them some advantage, I guess.
On the 99, beautiful truck. He's got to see if he can get around Infinger here late in this stage. Got a nose up alongside.
It's hard to get the power down when you don't have the whole racetrack to move up towards the outside wall.
Final lap here in stage 1. John Hunter Nemechek has 3 stage wins this season. All 3 came in the first 3 races of the season. Hasn't won a stage since then. But he's about to get his 4th stage.
Well, Chandler Smith ran down John Hunter at the end of the stage and can't get there. John Hunter wins and the fucking ticker goes crazy. You see that shit? Hope nobody had an epileptic seizure there as soon as John Hunter crossed the start-finish line.
Closing that stage for the 18th.
Look at Michael trying to tell you what you just saw was exciting there at the end. Oh, man, he almost caught him.
Nemechek.
We never saw it, though, because they were too busy showing Matt Crafton.
And in the 9 races combined since he last won at Darlington.
Yeah, it didn't make a difference, but you can't be modifying them bodies. If that counts as a body modification. I don't know. Is it too late for me to turn this off and just go play Evil Dead? That's why Kurt Busch isn't racing. He got abducted by aliens. The concussion is just a cover story. There was a scroll pretending to be Kurt Busch, and he got found out at Poconos. Now they just lie and say he got a concussion. That's why Kurt's not here. They do like those Toyota drivers love getting a facial, don't they? I mean, yeah. They love their facials. Speaking of facials, Chandler Smith sounded like a guy before the race that would like a facial from somebody, but then he started talking about praising Jesus and shit, so you know he's not gay because Christians hate gay people. Even though there's a lot of gay people that are secretly gay and Christian and act like they're ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As soon as I heard him talking that Jesus this, Jesus that crap, I was like, okay, he ain't gay. He hates gay people, probably. Probably. Don't want to assume about people, but if 9 times out of 10, if you're a Christian like that, you're probably an asshole. I'm sorry. Oh, dude, HMS has like the most checkered history of cheating in modern NASCAR. I love that Tony Uri Jr. episode of talking about how he was actually really helpful at Hendrick. I didn't realize the impact that Uri and Dale Jr. had at Hendrick when they first got there, because all you remember is like fucking 2009. But they kept Tony Uri around for a couple of years on the engineering side before he wound up he didn't want to be a crew chief anymore because he wanted more time at home, so he was just going to be an engineer at Hendrick, but they wanted him to crew chief for Danica. Man, how come nobody ever lets me sit in a cup car? I remember one time they brought like an open wheel car to my school, my high school. I can't remember which car it was. It was some kind of National Guard Indy car shit, maybe. I didn't get to go sit in it, but why don't they bring like a stock car or something? It's just open wheel shit. I'm an American. I don't like them open wheels. I like my racing as elementary as possible.
1 through 10,
I remember seeing comments like years ago when they went to the digital dash of like, this is the death of NASCAR.
a couple of times this season.
Because they were like, Jamie McMurray testing the first digital dash. Oh, I'm done with NASCAR. This is ridiculous.
Time schedule, the rookie.
I remember that and just being like, wow. Pit road's open.
Here at IRP tonight, and here comes your stage 1.
At least because Cup is in town, we get all the regular pit stops.
Mistakes here out pit road.
Josh.
Yeah, John Hunter Nemechek said he was starting to lose a little front turn when he got into that lap traffic, but otherwise they had good drive off, and as we saw, he's got a very good truck out there. As far as Carson Hocevar in the 42, he said he needs a little more grip when firing off if he wants to catch the leaders out there, Jamie.
Well, for Chandler Smith, one of the big problems that he had in the first stage was he couldn't get off on the restart. He said the nose was sitting down.
I think Hocevar beat John Hunter out. The 18's going to take the lead here. Yep, Chandler Smith wins the race off pit road. Hocevar second, Nemechek third. Rhodes up to fourth, Corey Heim fifth. Tyler Ankrum gained 5 spots up to 7th. Wow, Friesen lost big time. He lost 6 spots. But we have a new leader.
The 38 of Zane Smith.
By golly, we have a new leader.
Lost 1 as well, despite having that number 1 pit position. We'll line them up.
I don't know why I know why I'm standing up during commercial. I'm standing up and going over to my fan during the commercial. I don't know why I want to stand up. I stood up all fucking day. I'm sore. My back hurts. Actually, my back hurt feels way worse when I'm sitting down. When I'm standing up, my back hurts less for some reason. Like old people pain I have. If I feel this bad, can't imagine how poor Mike feels, this old dude I work with. He's got to just feel fucking terrible after working in there for a day. Proud of myself. I did not buy any orange Twizzlers at work today because I knew I was about to pig out on Little Caesars when I got home. I went outside at work with like 10 minutes left and was like ordering that shit on my phone. And then I came home and ate my pizza and passed the fuck out for 2 hours. And I still feel sleepy now, but I'm going to play online later because I want to. I'm going to watch SummerSlam tomorrow if I can stay awake. If I'm not too tired. I don't think I have to work too hard tomorrow because it's just me and Mike, and he's going to stick me on fucking register dealing with the fucking mouth breathers, and he's going to go out and do his thing. So, yeah. Probably shouldn't be too tired tomorrow. Just be bored. So bored that I want to go to sleep. But I would like to watch SummerSlam tomorrow. We begin the Triple H era properly. And I hope it goes well. People talk a lot of shit about Triple H, but I personally love the man. I liked him a lot better when he got out of the fucking ring. Triple H's last match was a shitty, empty arena match with Randy Orton during the pandemic, if I'm not mistaken.
And we're back.
IRP, welcome back to Camping World Truck Series playoff racing here on FS1. Bad news.
Ben Rhodes to the rear.
Can't afford the mistakes in a playoff race. Came off pit road fourth, but speeding.
Too fast on pit road, Ben Rhodes. The implications
All the way to the tail.
Last
in a short race.
thing pit road was cannot afford any mistakes.
Kyle Busch watching and saw Chandler Smith, one of his drivers.
I bet Kyle Busch is the shittiest car owner to drive for.
Over the wall work.
I can't think of a car owner I'd want to drive for less than Kyle Busch, but you kind of have to drive for him if you're a Toyota development driver.
Plus 5 as well.
See, Chandler has his teammate right behind him. And then another.
I'm going to flat out tell Mike tomorrow morning, I'm sore and I don't feel like doing shit, so if you put me on register, I'm not doing anything else.
Smith's going to take the outside.
So it's Hocevar on the inside with Chandler Smith the control.
Chandler Smith, the leader, he picked the outside. I think this is a good chance for Hocevar. Look at Hocevar shortcut that corner and clear the 18, take the lead. But he goes too high. Damn, Hocevar got it. So don't take the outside there, because it's like Chandler Smith's truck just didn't turn at all going into turn one. Not the way Nemechek's does.
He tried it earlier, didn't
Hocevar went down almost to the grass to shortcut the corner and slide up in front of the 18.
Tight racing. Corey Hamro right up in front of Tyler Ingram.
Hocevar better be careful. Many more second place finishes. He's going to be the new Matt DiBenedetto. You don't want to do that.
spotter say clear.
Strong run for the 16 truck here early.
Zane down on the bottom once again.
Tyler Ingram trying to scratch his way into the top 5.
Right along with Christian Eckes.
Oh my God, guys. Matt Crafton 16th. Let's go show that for 20 minutes.
About this entire race.
Just inside the top 10.
Caution. Who busted their ass now that Fox didn't catch?
Yellow is out.
Oh, they're looking for it. They're looking for it. Where's it at?
Guarantee you.
No idea what happened.
Takes the bottom. He likes
Oh, there we go. We got a truck stopped in the middle of turn 2 on the
He's
apron.
done it a couple of times.
Can't tell who it is.
The 43.
Oh no. Richard Petty stopped in turn. Oh, I'm
It
sorry.
is indeed. And
Blake Lothian.
Blake Lothian. Okay.
making his second start.
Just park it right there. As good a place as any.
Done for the night.
Comes the
It's too bad.
Hocevar's the leader. So if you're a leader, pick the inside.
safety team on the scene there to check with Blake.
Fox was like, where? They changed camera like 5 times before they found it.
So bad.
They're like, oh shit, there it is.
Don't get very many opportunities, and then the night ends up short. I know that's just part of the game, but tough start. He was running back in the 30th position.
They need to bring back that speed channel shit. That's way better. Chicago street race. Fucking death of NASCAR. That's another one. The fuck do you care about a street race in Chicago if you ain't fucking going? If you don't live in Chicago, shut the fuck up. Like, if you're not going to the race or you don't live in Chicago, shut the fuck up. You're going to watch it on TV like everybody else. Let's street race Chicago. Give it Chicagoland. Fuck you. Shut up. They will probably go back to Chicagoland in like 2 years. Calm down. The Chicago street race is not the death of NASCAR. Now go post some thinly veiled racist comments on NASCAR on Fox Facebook page or something. Talking about, are they going to get drive-by? The driver's going to have to wear bulletproof vests. I'm racist. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. You watched DC League of Super Pets. How bad was it? I saw an ad for season 3 of Harley Quinn, and I've still not even watched the first 2 seasons. It's on HBO Max, I'm pretty sure. Still ain't watched it. A lot of shit I still ain't watched. I saw a comment, and it was like a year ago when they were doing the iRacing thing on the Chicago street race, and it was like, is Bubba gonna do a drive-by? And I'm like, oh, why? Because he's black, right? Because only black people do drive. Yeah, white people don't commit crimes. Certainly not the violent gun crimes. Oh, wait, that's pretty much all they do. Oh my God, he says a lot of stupid shit. I heard another thing today that made me laugh. I thought of Kamikaze when I was at work because I was listening to the Dale Jr. download, and they were talking about before 2011, Rick Hendrick went to Dale Jr. and said, we're going to give you Alan Gustafson. We're going to swap you with Mark Martin and give you Alan Gustafson. And Jr. said, no, don't do that. He's like, I don't want to take Mark. He's like, look, I know we got to make a change, but I don't want to ruin Mark Martin's fucking run here at Hendrick because he's got a good thing going with Alan. And they said, so Junior turned that down, and then Jeff Gordon turned around and said, no, give me Allen. So Jeff Gordon was the one who made the switch, but I hear him all the time, to help Dale Jr. be relevant, they fucking took all the Mark Martin stuff and gave it to Junior, and it's like, actually, no, Junior flat out told him, hell no, and then Jeff Gordon was the one that took it. Because Jeff Gordon had kind of a shit 2010, so they swapped Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon. So no, once again, it was not Dale Jr., you stupid fuck. Just like Dale Jr. didn't ruin Casey Mears' career, because how could he ruin his career and take his ride when they were fucking teammates? So Mark Martin takes the 5 car from Casey Mears. Kamikaze doesn't say a fucking word. He blames it on Junior somehow, even though Junior was already a year into his 88 deal. And oh yeah, and that's their dime by 2020. Yeah, shut up. You'll keep fucking watching and posting your stupid ass fucking videos because it's the only videos you make that get any views whatsoever. You loudmouth, know nothing fuck.
Heavy damage, but is still on track.
Like how he just pulls shit out of his ass, just make up shit and just use that. Dale Jr. ruined Mark Martin's time at Hendrick because they tried to make Junior relevant. No, Jeff Gordon ruined your time at Hendrick. Also, Mark Martin wasn't very good in 2010. Not as good as 09 for damn sure. And then Jeff Gordon took his shit. So
maybe that is the preferred restart.
that's number one.
That entry that you can take into
I don't know how taking Steve Letarte from Jeff Gordon to Dale Jr. affected Mark Martin other than Gordon taking Alan Gustafson. They flat out said it was Gordon that said, oh, give me Alan.
A little bit harder on this next restart. He said, you know what we've got to do?
Because Junior specifically said he did not want to take anything from Mark Martin.
To his crew chief, Danny Stockman, telling him he thought he had his right front tire.
So, yeah, put that in your fucking pop and smoke it.
This truck is lower than what it was before. They took some close look at our picture, said, you got down on the splitter, it's going to
Casey Mears won a race in 07, and he finished ahead of Junior in the points in 09. Wow. You won a fuel mileage race. Good for you.
Sometimes you have to make stuff up as a crew.
And you beat him in points 1 year. Wow. What a fucking legend.
This has been an interesting story. Lane Riggs, a late model race.
Put Casey Mears in the Hall of Fame. Notice he didn't make the chase ever.
He was the 4th fastest truck running back in the 15th position. A terrible trip to pit road. Came off pit road running 31st a lap down. So you talked about
who the fuck is Lane Riggs?
This young man, a great young racer.
We show my ignorance here.
Some ground through this field. Now he's got a rebound from a bad pit stop.
Yeah, his dad Scott was a 5-time winner here in the Truck Series, 4 Xfinity wins in his career.
And Scott made his Truck Series debut
right here, right?
IRP. Lap 20.
Hocevar, the leader, smartly picks the inside. Chandler Smith tried the outside as an experiment, didn't pay off. Boyd Nemechek really backed up that top lane, but he's going to sail through the corner here.
Get the top spot. Infinger challenging Smith for second.
I think Carson really did a nice job there. Obviously, we know he can drive down to the grass if he needs to, but all he did was get in the corner hard enough.
The idea of Kyle Busch winding up back at Hendrick intrigues me, but I think the contracts at Hendrick and everything are so locked in, I don't see how they could get out of Bowman's deal, and I don't think they would ditch Bowman. But for Kyle Busch, who knows? They could sell Ally on, hey, would you rather sponsor Kyle Busch than Alex Bowman? Woo! Sailed into the outside there, John Hunter. Infinger holding strong on the bottom, though. I don't think it's going to last, not through this corner. I mean, I think the only thing stopping the 4 here is the 18 being in his way there on exit.
Entering the corner.
Loose, the 18. Yeah, like I said, that's the only thing that stopped John Hunter from passing both of them. John Huntered is what Michael Waltrip just called him. It's the best thing for Hocevar. The 18 and the 23 being too wide in front of the 4. It's the only reason Hocevar is going to lead this race for a while. Because ain't nobody got shit for the 4. And I think John Hunter's getting really impatient. The 18's loose off a 2, and Enfinger takes second from the inside. And he's still holding up his teammate.
John Hunter, because he ran into the back of Chandler Smith and cost him a little bit of momentum.
How about that move and the status of Enfinger, Jamie?
If you remember under that do is give him better drive off. And it's going to make it better in these long runs.
Well, this is the best run Grant Enfinger's had.
Now John Hunter's to the inside of the 18. Boy, they're racing hard.
As he's been all year.
He's had some good finishes, Vince, but really...
18's just a little tight in the center and looser off than the 4. The 4 is just good everywhere, so he passed him there pretty easily. Now that there wasn't a truck to the inside getting in his way.
Keep an eye on these two. They both told us this week they're good friends off the track, but they also both admitted that on the track maybe some unfinished business, and the two of them are certainly aware of one another and where they are on track.
Greason's making a nice move. Look, you documented, Vince, that he lost a bunch.
Enfinger for the lead down the back.
For the lead.
Nemechek has fallen into third.
And this is going to bring John Hunter right to these guys, especially to the back of the 23, who slides up off of 4.
For this lap.
Hocevar changes his line, goes, oh, don't give him the top. You got to stay up top. Now he goes up top. I think he just got tight on the bottom. That's why he went back to the top. Oh, man, that was a bad turn, too, for Hocevar. John Hunter gained 3/10 in that corner on both of these guys. Still not quite there yet.
He's being heated up by Grant Enfinger.
I was going to say, whoever wins this race literally gets to relax for the next 3 months, knowing they're in the next round of the playoffs. So this will be a big win.
But they'll just spin on you.
Stress-free for a couple of months.
Talk about experience and winning pedigree. Carson Hocevar is the only driver in the top 7 without a truck win. He has 3 runner-ups but no wins, and he's getting heated up again by Grant Enfinger. This is going to be the move.
John Hunter didn't run him down like I thought he would. He's still back there about 7/10, 6/10 back.
Side by side for the lead.
This is a good battle up here. Now that you got the 2 KBM trucks out of the fucking way for the time being.
But they're on the bottom trying to make it work, and Hocevar holds him off again.
That's a great view. You can see the difference in the progressive banking. 12 degrees up at the top of the racetrack, and certainly less down there each lane you go.
There's that 33 still out there riding around for some reason.
You're Grant Enfinger. You got to keep one eye in that mirror to see John Hunter creeping in on you.
John Hunter's not gaining now. It's been a few laps.
Or punt and get back in line.
Enfinger's team made a late crew chief change this season and went back to Jeff Hensley. Hensley had gone over to ThorSport and was the crew chief for Matt Crafton. He came back to GMS and joined forces again with Enfinger, and Grant said it really didn't take any transition. They just picked up right where they had left off. Been together for a variety of wins in the past, and all of a sudden we're seeing Enfinger pick up with a little more speed. Maybe no coincidence that Jeff Hensley's back on the box.
You know, when we visited with him on Tuesday, didn't you just feel that confidence? He said, Jeff and I were buddies. We still kept in contact, and when he came back to racing, come back to my crew chief, I knew we were just going to be fine.
Yeah, said they talked every week, even though they weren't on the same team.
I love that, and I loved his attitude. It's fun talking to all the drivers this past week over at the Fox Sports Studios, just
watching this awesome battle, and I'm just shocked at how Nemechek's not eating these guys up now.
A bit of redemption for Enfinger too, right? I mean, he missed a race last year running a part-time schedule.
But Enfinger's all over Hocevar.
He's feeling his schedule together, but he had missed one race.
This race is still live. It started at 9, so we're 5 laps from halfway.
Caliber racer, but he has showed himself, even though he had a little bit of a rocky race.
Here it is, down the back again. They're side by side.
He said this was an opportunity to hit the reset button and make some noise.
Still can't make the pass. Just the way Hocevar can get back in the gas, running the top. Enfinger's going to have to use him up if he wants to make the pass. A little early in the race for that, but that's pretty much how you'd have to do it if you'd want to take the lead here.
Unable to do so far.
It's amazing.
This track is so racy.
Races this hard, and they're not losing that much ground to Nemechek in third.
How competitive are these trucks?
First time I raced on this track in a video game, I was convinced, oh, you got to run the bottom. It's like, no, you run middle to top. It's kind of like a mini New Hampshire. It's racier than New Hampshire, but this track has a lot of New Hampshire characteristics, I feel.
Have a misstep, and Enfinger will be able to secure the position, but Hocevar has.
That's how it always felt to me,
place.
And how it looks to me on television.
Going to break, but we'll keep it side by
side. On tracking.
You won't miss a lap of this great battle for the lead. Carson Hocevar.
The 24 is all up in the way. He changed his line. He got out of the way. Jack Wood. This feels like the longest green flag run of the night. I think it might be. The beauty of short track racing. You get side by side, but you can't complete the pass without just knocking the piss out of somebody. And that's what it would take here. Ooh, they did make contact off of 4. That hurt Enfinger, though. Hocevar had the wall to save him if need be. Now John Hunter's pulled up on him. I noticed the last couple laps. I didn't want to say anything until I was certain of it, but now he's in the frame. As Enfinger works harder and harder to try to get around Hocevar. Gonna have nothing left at the end of the stage. They got 20 to go in this stage. We're halfway now. Oh, you watched SmackDown instead? How was it? I hear Pat McAfee has new entrance music. I'd make a smart-ass comment about SmackDown, but I plan on watching SummerSlam tomorrow. Unless I just feel like I want to go to fucking bed or something. Which, that's the problem. That's a strong possibility. I'm just going to want to go to bed tomorrow night, but we'll see. Oh boy. Hocevar goes to the... Damn, sailed on the inside, 3 wide around 2 lap trucks. I think it's going to hurt him bad on exit here. Yeah, Enfinger's got almost to his quarter panel. We're pretty much right back where we were. I thought that might have hurt Hocevar because Enfinger did a good job getting through that traffic. I thought Hocevar made a really desperate move. 4 trucks under a blanket.
S1 side-by-side coverage. That was some great battling, and everybody got to see it. I think Grant Enfinger is way faster than Carson right now, but just can't get the deal done. As we creep
think he's going to get it this lap. Oh, no.
First stage, Phil. When does the bumper become a factor?
For the stage win, you might use a little bumper. Held the 18s to the inside of Nemechek now, so they're 2 by 2.
And Chandler Smith have been able to catch him because you never know when you're going to get that chance. We know how hard it is to pass, especially when you have trucks that are fairly equal. I think right now Grant Enfinger wants to get this lead. And
Tyler Ankrum's 5th, by the way, during all this. He's 5th, like 2 seconds back from 4th place.
Up and up and up.
The battle for third there.
Oh, Enfinger, nice turn 2. Wow, this is going to make the pass right here.
He'll beat him in the corner now.
He can drive in deeper, slide up in front of the 42, and Grant Enfinger takes the lead. Nice move. Worked him over lap after lap, made the pass clean.
And here comes Chandler Smith doing the same to John Hunter as they come down into turn.
Chandler Smith, again, better on a long run than Nemechek. We saw that the longer they ran in the first stage, he was a little better.
Nemechek holding strong on the outside. Battle for third. 15 to go here in stage 2.
That's what you call send it right there, right?
He almost sent it in there to the 42 truck.
He sent it for sure, and he got that spot away. Oh, what are they going to do now?
Damn. Oh, Nemechek got on the apron
The 44
and spun himself, hitting the 44. Lock it down.
Still those
Caution's out.
creeping around. Can't see. Look
Can't see through the smoke.
Amazing
Ooh.
job these drivers did.
Ooh.
We're hearing maybe
What a stupid move by Nemechek.
have touched Nemechek. I don't see a great deal of damage on the Ford truck.
And then you saw
I don't think anybody hit him.
complete stop, costing him several positions.
That was really dumb on Nemechek's part.
Nemechek was in that battle with.
He shouldn't be making those kind of mistakes with his experience.
Smith had wrestled it away, and they came up.
Ah, yes, Xfinity on NBC. No fighting with USA Network on my cable. Although last week it worked.
Not too much damage there, but what about those tires? Only 13 to go. Does he stop and get a set here? Probably after that spin.
You got to change tires after that. That was a lot of smoke.
Go ahead and put tires on. Let's see. Does he get down all the way to the grass?
Yeah, he hit the grass and then he just slid up and hit the 44. 44 had to be like, what the hell?
Contact with a 44 of Chris.
He tried to do what Hocevar did. Hocevar did the same thing going into turn 3 a few laps ago to pass lap trucks and made it work. Nemechek busted his ass.
People do the same thing.
Getting down into the grass shot him up into the 44.
Yeah, that's started the problem with Vince. He couldn't hold it down. We saw Horsvar earlier hit that grass and go sliding up the hill. But he's so fortunate that somebody just didn't clean that right front right off of that Yahoo truck.
Well, they're going to pit now and then stay out at the end of the stage, I think. They're only going to have, like, I know 8 laps on tires here is a lot, but it's probably what they're going to have to do to be competitive.
Right front, as you said, Zane Smith also narrowly missing.
I think it's the spotters telling him, go high, telling all those drivers, go high, go high, go high. And there was just barely one lane against the outside wall.
So maybe bad luck for Nemechek that he spins and loses all that track position, but good luck for him that he didn't get all that damage.
We're going to see some.
Let's come, Michael.
Check out this on board.
You hear Phil Parsons?
Really looking.
Somebody's going to take that out of context and make a video with it. Let's come, Michael. You want to come? Let's come.
A cloud of smoke.
Did he hit the outside wall?
I don't think he had any damage.
I don't think he hit Nemechek at all.
They're fine.
I don't see where he hit the outside.
They literally never touched.
Great job by Zane to avoid that.
That could have been disaster for a couple of our playoff drivers, but instead everyone comes out fairly unscathed. Pit road is open, and we're coming to 10 to go. You think John Hunter's coming here?
If I'm Nemechek, I'm coming.
Well, if I'm half the field running the back, I'm pitting.
We saw Majeski has to stop there. I know stage points are important, but also
If you're not going to get stage points here, pit.
Restart with
What's the
a
problem?
lot of them are coming, it looks like.
Damn, that's a lot of trucks. Hey, Enfinger pitted from the lead.
That makes the decision easy.
I'm surprised by that. He doesn't have a lot of playoff points. Hocevar pitted too. I guess they want to stay ahead of the 4, so it's got to force their hand. I think it's more important to stay ahead of Nemechek. He's clearly got the best truck. But not by much. The gap is definitely closed between the 4 and the 18 and the 42 and the 23.
And for Grant Enfinger, they really debated making this pit stop right now. They wanted to stay out there, get the stage points, but he was so free that they decided to go ahead and come in, make those changes and quickly try and get back off pit lane.
Looks like Grant's going to win the battle off of pit road. You see Zane. Zane's going to gain a few spots. Remember, the yellow line is...
Yeah, Zane Smith got out in front of Hocevar. So it's Enfinger, Majeski, Zane Smith, Hocevar, Friesen. I know the 18 stayed out.
This is
Have to see who else stayed out, but I know Chandler Smith's the leader now.
Rebounded from his mistake.
Can I get monetized at 1,000 subs? Yes, but there's a lot more prerequisites. I'd probably have to stop cussing, like that'll ever happen.
Gain 5.
So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe some of my video game shit can get monetized again. But yeah, at 1,000, I can get monetized again. I used to be monetized. Those were good days. I'll be right back. I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'm back. Had to go relieve myself. How come when somebody says they're going to relieve themselves, they're talking about taking a piss, but it sounds to me like they're going to go jerk off or something? I'm going to go relieve myself. Hey, Chris, if you're still here, I'm thinking about streaming San Andreas again and just playing the PS2 version. I really liked playing San Andreas, even the shitty version. So now I'm like, I kind of want to do that game again because I just love playing streaming GTA. So maybe this coming week I'll start the PS2 version. Be funny to play them that close together and kind of A-B the definitive edition versus the original. Might do that when I'm bored this week. I'm off Monday, and then I work Tuesday, and then I get 2 days off. So I'm not real thrilled about my schedule because tomorrow will be my 4th day in a fucking row. And then Sunday will be my 5th, and then I get 1 day off, and then I get to work another goddamn fucking day. But then I get 2 off. You know, for part-time, this is actually a lot for part-time because I don't want to be full-time. But it fucking feels like I am right now. 5 trucks stayed out. Chandler Smith, Ben Rhodes, Kaz Gralla, Lawless Allen, and Timmy Hill.
Lawless Allen, Timmy Hill, all stayed.
So Enfinger and these guys can still get stage points. I bet Enfinger still wins the stage. We got 6 to go here. He's got the tires. I think one of those trucks that pitted can still win the stage. He's going for it. 3 wide on the apron.
Great start by Smith. Ben rebounding from last to second after that pit road speeding penalty. And look at Lawless Allen barely leaving room on the outside for Majeski. That 45 truck really put a squeeze on the 60.
Chandler Smith and Rhodes stayed out. They're racing for championship points too, and Majeski third.
Up to third on fresh tires.
Yeah, he pitted, but he's got the best run right now of everybody that did pit. He got that outside line. Enfinger was kind of bogged down on the inside. Oh, man, somebody just knocked the wall down off of 2. Was that the 51 or the 42? I couldn't tell.
Freezing in the middle.
Look at Tyler Ankrum in that 16 all the way off the road down there trying to get inside of Hocevar.
It's been a good run for Ankrum tonight.
He'll pledge to me. Hey, you can pledge to me right now. I got Venmo and Cash App if you want to give me money that bad. Ty Majeski to lead. Remember when I said the guys that pitted will still win the stage? I said Enfinger, but damn, Majeski got up here and took the lead. Enfinger going for second, 3 to go.
Pretty good indication of what
Gets it.
worth here, guys.
We'll see. I know tires here mean a lot.
There, Phil, could be the race-winning strategy. These guys are going to pit, only have a few.
I said Enfinger wins the stage. Can he run down Majeski, or are they just too even on those fresh tires? Nemechek's 3 wide in the middle with Tanner Gray and Derek Krause.
Outside the top 10.
Tanner Gray, the 15, sneaking inside of Kaz Gralla, 3 wide.
Bumper cam from Eckes. Final 2 laps of stage 2.
Man, if they don't have a wreck with all this best.
If Ty Gibbs wins the Cup race, you get 500. Can you put like $1 on him for me?
If they don't wreck during this restart, it'll be amazing with different tires.
Look at the damage to Zane Smith. The bent top is askew.
With Zane Smith, maybe. He's got some damage.
Majeski leads.
He and Chandler got together.
You can see the right side, right rear corner of that truck is pushing.
Championship implications. Majeski is going to win stage 2. He drove away from Enfinger.
With those fresh tires, used it to go to the front. And he is the stage 2 winner.
Majeski, Enfinger, Rhodes, Hocevar, and Zane Smith. So Rhodes stayed out and finished 3rd.
Second stage.
Chandler Smith dropped all the way to 8th.
Caution comes out just prior to crossing the line as the 40 of Dean Thompson went around.
Yeah, 40 trucks spun out on the last lap of the stage, but who gives a shit?
Chandler Smith, who started on the front row, slipped all the way back to 8th. Watch the 38 and the 18. Zane Smith, the 38. Chandler Smith, the 18. Definite contact.
God damn, Zane Smith cleaned out the 18.
Yes.
Fuck.
Just an overshooting of the corner by Zane.
That was a mistake you don't see Zane Smith make.
Thought he'd have more grip, but just slid up.
I'm Chandler Smith. I'm going to punch you in the face for that one. Yikes.
Just as you said, he just overshot the corner. Just got in there too hard. A lot of damage.
Too hard?
That's going to be hard for
That killed the 18.
the stomach, just getting run over like that.
Look at all the damage to the left.
Yeah, Chandler Smith should be pissed off.
Awfully close to that tire.
And the right side was into the outside
Right
wall.
side into the outside wall. I think
Didn't do Zane Smith any favors either.
To attach the bed top, you see it all askew. It's liable to fly off there.
Chandler Smith, obviously, he's going to come as well because he did not come at the previous.
Boy, they're talking about coming an awful lot tonight, aren't they? And emphasizing it too, like Phil Parsons did earlier when he asked Michael Waltrip, "You want to come?" Who wouldn't?
But you got to believe they're going to stop.
Oh,
They're
damn.
going to stop again. I mean, they're going to get into that 3rd and final.
I just saw what you said about the Ty Gibbs odds.
And they're going to want to come.
I don't know. You know, these drivers, I think, that pitted on lap 65 They come now.
Oh my God, enough with the cum talk.
This thing out.
I just think we all make.
Stop it, Michael Waltrip.
Lap 110, excuse me.
Say it again. They're going to say it again, ain't they?
But if you pit it on lap 110.
If you come on lap 10.
Stage 3, tires are going to be so.
Tires?
You're not going to leave a set of tires on the ground. You're going to come and.
There you go.
You're going to come, aren't you?
Fall off there was.
Why is it so funny tonight? I feel like they're saying it way more than usual.
Let's talk about the 99 of Van Rose. Right before this caution came out, he was saying he's dealing with some real.
Am I on the app again? No, I'm on my cable. So if I'm behind, that's the best I can do. I have the Fox app on my Roku, but I'm using my cable.
Before that 18 of Chandler Smith, the team going to take a couple extra seconds just to reevaluate the body damage. They know that they have damage on the left front of that splitter. They know they need to get some clearance for the right front tire. The skirt needs to be flared out, so they're going to try and get the body work back in order so they can fight for this last
They
stage.
keep saying it, Michael. I can't help it.
He knows that he has right rear damage. This team also taking a look at that.
Nobody's going to come for the rest of the night unless there's a caution.
He's also struggling.
Then you'll have plenty of time if it takes you a while. Wait, sorry.
It already has, Jamie.
38 and the 18 on pit road getting fit. I don't know what the fuck happened there with Zane Smith and Chandler Smith.
Pit win, and if they come back or not.
Good time to start choking, Zane Smith. Playoff time, buddy.
Laps are really paying into the hands of the guys that pitted on lap 110. We're just riding around logging laps and not heating our tires up.
I didn't see a lot of damage on the 18 right side when we got into the wall.
Meanwhile, the driver that's making his first playoff appearance, Ty Majeski, he's your state.
Did Ty Majeski come? Find out after this break. Yeah, I was never big on watching people that were ahead of me, so I'm with you. I'd rather, if I was going to watch a live stream of some idiot like me, I'd like them to be behind so I could, like, you know, see something and go, oh boy, I can't wait to hear what they're going to think of this. If I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be listening to the Twisted Toe guys every week because I'm in their Discord, and you can literally just go in and listen. So I'd probably have them on during the race. But they have a habit of getting ahead of each other and spoiling shit, so I don't know if I'd do that, but I stream, so I'm not going to do that. I'm either streaming or I'm at the race. There's no in between. And like I said, I'm getting Darlington tickets next week. We're going to go do the weekend in Darlington, Xfinity and Cup anyway. Stay there Saturday night and Sunday, I guess. Already marked those days on the calendar. I marked them on the calendar over 2 months ago now. My job's going to be mad at me because Darlington, and then 2 weeks later is Bristol, and then 2 weeks after that is Charlotte. So there's going to be like 3 weekends in the span of a month, and then the Kiss Cruise at the end of October. So I'm just going to be, I can still work a lot, but I'll finally get a goddamn break on some Saturdays and Sundays, which I'd love to fucking have a little more frequently, instead of having to work every goddamn Saturday and Sunday. Move my days around a little bit. I'd like to fucking chillax on a Friday or Saturday. Speaking of cum, there's the sponsor. It's kamikaze, I knew it. Want to fly from North Dakota and fight? You angry little bastard? No, I'm kidding. It's not him. Would be funny if it was, though. If he was taking the time to do that. Fly from North Dakota so you can come down here and I can tell you what a dumbass you are to your face. Nothing personal, but you know he's a dumbass. Oh, it's music video, Tom. Fuck off, Fox. Now, I mentioned I don't think I'd streamed a truck race since Sonoma, and remember how boring that fucking race was? This has been a good one. We've got implications. And we're coming to the green for stage 3.
Truck Series playoffs, race number 1 of the playoffs right right here on FS1. And we are about to start the third and final stage.
Majeski, Infinger, host of our Corey Hom. Whoa, 3 wide back there, Crafton, Eckes, and Kraus. Majeski gets the lead. Man, that inside is so good on the restarts, but once you're up to speed, it's hard to get anything done down there. I'm shocked I'm streaming this because I took a nap earlier, so I'm like awake enough to do it. If I didn't take a nap earlier, I don't think I could have got through it, even though it's been a good race. And Majeski's come from nowhere tonight. Took advantage of a good restart. And the 18 and the 38's misfortune, that takes them out of play. Nemechek spun out. He's stuck in, although he's back up to 6 now, so Nemechek's going to get back in this thing. He'll probably need a caution, though, if it runs much longer.
They love racing. Saw him at Millbridge Speedway the other night. Crew chiefing for his son. And then racing on a Tuesday night, and now here he is at the big time at Indianapolis Raceway Park, having his truck having a great run.
How about it, Josh?
Yeah, great run for Tyler Ankrum. And before this race, he told me very disappointed they didn't make the postseason, but nothing.
Yeah, John. I looked up and John Hunter's 6th. Now he's 5th. So yeah, he's back in the game.
I just want to win
69 to go. Nice. This race is at IRP, the Indianapolis Raceway Park, not too far from Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
And you hear it throughout this race, his spotter.
They show a wide shot of the helicopter cam. You can see both racetracks.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take a step back to take a step forward, and I think Ankrum has done that.
And Nemechek and Majeski really benefited from everybody else struggling.
In regards to not making the playoffs, not winning a race, but ultimately, I think Tyler Ankrum's going to be a better driver for the season.
Damn, 4 wide. Crafton, Eckes, DiBenedetto, and Rhodes.
4 trucks.
And they all 3 leave DiBenedetto in the dust.
The recovery for Matt Crafton. He's in contention
Damn.
for the top 10 now.
Oh my God, Matt Crafton's almost in the top 10.
Remember, Ben Rhodes is the first guy.
Why are they so fixated on Matt Crafton?
The stage 2 to come to pit road. Right now, the 10 trucks ahead of him, all
Getting borderline Danica vibes from the way they talk about Matt Crafton.
Has made a nice recovery, but still has a long way to go.
Yeah, far and away the best recovery of those that pitted on lap 123. The next closest got to go all the way back to Lawless Allen in 18. Rhodes is 11th.
And our Smith boys are mired back in 24th and 28th position after the contact they made and the work on the road. So can Chandler and
This laps will go by quick if it stays green. I'm kind of hoping it does.
working the bottom? That's Timmy Hill on the outside. These guys have got a long way to go.
Have you actually picked Majeski for this? Damn. It's working out well for you.
Here tonight and still felt
My bet was Zane Smith, but the parlay was Nemechek, so still alive on that.
Have a solid night. Don't have a disastrous night. And you see the top 5 up there, all playoff guys feeling pretty good about their position. 11, 12.
30 trucks smoking there in front of Crafton? Am I crazy?
Got Zane Smith back in
Nah, he's fine.
But fortunately for Smith, he had all that those playoff points that gave him quite the cushion coming into this race.
Yeah, I think if they finish outside the top 20, it's going to be a huge disappointment for those Smith boys.
and then Chandler has moved forward nicely. He's going to running some good lap times. So a couple of cautions, they can get back in this thing and be competitive. But if this thing
Jeski's got over a second and a half on Infinger.
then that's just a great
Nemechek in 4th is 3 seconds back. I like how I'm just ignoring Friesen in 3rd.
to get where they are.
You know, in some ways, I think Zane and Chandler are fortunate as hard as each of them hit the wall. Fortunate that
I feel like Tony Stewart probably raced here back in the late 90s, and we got a caution. It's the caution I need for my parlay to have a chance.
Debris in turn
Debris?
has brought out the caution.
Where?
We were talking about those guys at the back need some cautions to get called back up to the field.
I don't see any
Maybe try to
fucking
steal
debris.
2-3 spots on a restart.
And I don't think
But I guess I'll take it for the sake of my parlay.
I don't think they've run long enough for the guys that pitted on lap 110 to come to pit road. They got track position. They want to keep it.
I'm Majeski. I'm mad as fuck about that caution. I don't see no goddamn debris.
Out front in the third and final stage.
They even tried to show some. Don't see any. I was humming Rush because it's Geddy Lee's birthday. The more you know. Who gives a fuck, Dale? Excellent question. If I had a dime for every time somebody probably thought that listening to me on here. I got a great idea. We should keep IRP on the schedule. Who the fuck does Ronda Rousey's eye makeup? I just saw a gif of her from SmackDown tonight. And I'm like, what the fuck? She looks like that dude on Always Sunny. Gotta pay the troll toll. Skip's already getting his excuses ready because Ryan Jensen, the starting center for the Bucks, is out for the year. Suffered a season-ending injury in training camp. And he's, oh, Brady's going to get hurried and hit more. Congrats, Brady haters. Getting those excuses ready because I've already told y'all the Bucks are not going back to the Super Bowl. They better. The only way is if somebody else beats the Rams for them, which is possible. But they damn sure can't beat the Rams.
Here at IRP is the host for the NHRA U.S. Nationals. The biggest of the big in the world of NHRA. Of course, every Labor Day. As a kid, I used to sell snow cones and popcorn up and down the aisles there in the grandstand.
Nobody asked. Vince Welch. Nobody asked.
It gets in the blood even when you're hawking the snow cones. And this is a special, special place. Fans have come out and everybody's so happy that NASCAR has returned to IRP.
Is Julio's washed up injury prone ass going to play center now?
So intriguing. 57 laps to go. We have a fresh set of tires on pit road. Is there time to come get them, Phil? How will that play out? It's so interesting right now.
I think if the caution comes out about 15 or 20 to go, then it's going to be really interesting. Right now, Haley Deegan, I think, is about the only truck that's run anywhere near the top 20 that came to pit road that time.
She hasn't really been near the top 20 tonight.
So I'm sure people will be watching her to see if she can advance up through the field, as well as we were talking.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Ben Rose gets. He's only has about 5 lap pressure tires.
How about the Browns and the Panthers week 1? Suddenly that became a must-see, and one of the most forgettable games of the year has become must-see television.
This field, those crew chiefs are going to say as we
the
look
Browns
at the
and the
shoes,
Panthers.
Oh! Is that Johnny Sauter?
Yep. Johnny Sauter with the commitment, the choose cone violation.
They're too late to go one way.
Tough scenes.
Well, he'll have to go to the rear.
His washed up ass will go to the rear with 55 to go.
How about Grant Enfinger, Jamie?
Well, he was just talking on the radio with his crew chief, Jeff Hensley. He said he's free on injury, he's tight in the middle, but he's free off. And Jeff said, do you want any changes if we get a chance to come back down to pit lane? And he said, no, not really. He said he honestly feels like it's all in him. He said he's over-driving it, and he himself needs to calm down.
Interesting stuff. And remember we talked to Ty Majeski this week. He said he feels like there have been some races that have gotten away from him because he has not done a good job on late race restarts when he's been leading. It's a late race restart.
Majeski, Enfinger, Friesen, and Nemechek. I feel good about my parlay here, I think.
Deep enough. Grant stays right there. not able to clear Grant, but now he is.
Majeski's clear off of 2.
Talking about right there, Vince. If there's more restarts, he just needs
Nemechek's into 3rd, going into 3.
Same type of effort, that same execution to keep that lead.
Friesen gets back in the gas good on the bottom, but not enough to hold Nemechek back.
Hocevar in the mix as well in 6th.
Friesen's been impressive all night, running in the top 5. Really strong truck.
And Majeski is fast all of a sudden. Where the hell did this come from?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting how Friesen said so much more confidence coming into the playoffs this year versus last year. And I think that's just a testament to the infrastructure of their organization, feeling more confident, building better trucks, having a better understanding of what they need out of their truck. John Leonard, the crew chief's done a tremendous job.
I gotta tell you, this 99 truck's interesting to me. We talk about the decision. It's a fact that the caution comes out in a few laps. Watch 99 and the run he gets around the top of this racetrack. Only 5 or 6 fresher laps.
And we got a caution. It's Lawless Allen in turn 4. Turn 3, actually.
Caution's out. Do we come now, Mike?
Do we come? Do we come?
Lawless Allen. Here's my point. Look at what Ben Rhodes is doing.
I know it.
And these crew chiefs are looking at that.
I think right now I'm
Just what the Bucks need, another washed-up player. They had Gronk last year. They got Hoyo now. Fuck it, get Incognito, who was never that good to begin with.
I come now. Put tires on.
Come now.
Chandler's rebounded nicely from that contact with Zane's.
Oh, these cautions are pissing me off.
22nd, but Chandler up to 14th, running some solid lap times. This is a replay here to see what happens to Lawless Allen. Very competitive night for Lawless, right in the middle of
Very competitive. What fucking race are you watching?
scrum.
He's had a competitive night. Yeah, he's been around a lot of trucks because he's running mid-pack. They were 4 wide, and he got spun. Ooh, and Zane Smith got caught up in that.
And that's hard contact.
And damn, no safer barrier down there. That looks like it felt good. That's like wrecking a cup car. Them cup cars are going to fucking hurt somebody, I think. I'm worried. As hard as guys are hitting in the cup car, I'm actually legitimately worried somebody's going to get hurt worse than Kurt Busch by the end of the year. And we still got Daytona and Talladega.
That's what happens when you have problems. You get back there in those messes, as you called it. Boot Barn's got a lot of concern right now.
Got a lot on the boot right now.
Yeah. He has a set of tires laying in the pits.
Incognito will die for his quarterback as long as he's white, so I guess Tampa Bay would be a good fit.
50 to go, and that may sound like a lot, but
Get it because Incognito's racist
7/10 of a mile, 50 laps,
and a piece of shit.
Real quick.
Yeah, we run 3 laps in a little over a minute, so they go by quickly.
And will we stay green for 50 laps?
Probably not.
Kind of doubt it, but it's possible. You know, it's been interesting for Zane.
I'm going to stay out here one more time. There'll be more cautions. I'm going to stay out here.
Final race of this first round, but he has not had many misses this season. They were off last week, we should point out, at Pocono, and still finished 13th. I mean, when he has a bad day, it's still top 15.
They had some sort of a throttle issue. Remember, they came to pit road late, opened the hood. Maybe his throttle was sticking or something like that. You saw that he finished second in Las Vegas, but got disqualified for having an illegal lug nut. So that was another blemish on the season.
Less than 50 to go. The fans going to get him a good one here to the finish.
And we're going to have 50 more cautions and be here till fucking midnight. That's the part of the race where it's been good, but I kind of want it to end. We did our little truck race stream. You know what else Richie Incognito would probably die for? The Aryan Brotherhood. God, it must suck to be racist as fuck and play in a predominantly black sport. That's got to be just all kinds of weird, especially for coaches. But the coaches are fine with it because you know there's racist coaches and shit. But they're fine because then they get to tell black people what to do and that makes them happy. So that's why they put up with it.
The opening race of the Camping World Truck Series playoffs. 10 drivers racing for a championship over the course of these next 7 races here at IRP tonight, and then at Richmond on the 13th of August, and then at Kansas on the 9th of September. And after those 3 races,
where are they on the 23rd, not of September, though? Is the real important question here.
Then we'll head to Bristol and Talladega, Homestead, wrap it up at Phoenix. Look at the organization.
ThorSport looking like 2006 Roush Racing with like almost half the playoff field.
This has been a heck of a night, hasn't it? With all the twists and turns of playoff drivers and their issues. Rhodes to the back for a pit road speeding penalty. He's all the way back into contention in the top 5. John Hunter spun around, nearly got his whole right front cleaned off. He's in the 3rd position. These guys have done a nice job. You see fresh tires there for Grand Infinity.
Almost won the goddamn car at the casino today in GTA Online. Spun the wheel and that shit almost landed on the fucking car. I got $50,000 instead, but I wanted the car.
Teamwork to get him out of the way. I can't see coming yet.
Well, don't.
Stop saying it.
Been watching Ben Rhodes.
Michael Watterson, I just can't see coming yet.
Ben Rhodes just driven right through the field.
Say pit instead of come, please.
I'm outside the top 10. I'm coming.
So you're telling me if you're Eckes, Chandler Smith, Crafton, 15,
this will forever be known as the come race.
Yes.
The Let's Come Together 200 at IRP. Oh, look, nobody pitted. Like I said, stay out. Oh, look, somebody in the back pitted. Remember when I said stay out? I'm a genius. I'm going to stay out this time, but if there's another caution, then I'm pitting. Then I'm coming, as they say. As they keep saying.
5 of our 10 playoff drivers have had some sort of an issue tonight.
I figure there'll be another caution.
The wall or suffered damage, a little front end damage as well, but he is coming to pit.
And in the words of AC/DC, everybody comes and comes again.
Carry him through and challenge for a victory.
I think he has too much damage to challenge.
If there's another caution.
And one of the reasons that they went ahead and made this decision was they were able to watch the number 99 of Ben Rhodes move up through the field with a fresh set of tires. They know that it's going to be a little bit early, obviously, compared to the rest of the field, but they think it's going to help get them some better track position and maximize whatever they can out of the race tonight.
I like that. Maximize whatever you can get out of it.
You think those other teams is waiting for later to put tires on? Either that or not coming. Yeah. And
oh my God.
I'm in favor right now. I don't care what Ben Rhodes did. He did a nice job in that restart. I'm in favor of staying out.
I thought he was going to say he's in favor of pulling out.
You need to run before you decide you're going to come. Is it 20 and then you only have 20 to go in the race? Really interesting strategy right now.
And the reason it took us so long to get to this point, and Mike mentioned Lawless Allen had come to a stop at the front of pit road or at the entrance.
Next time somebody acts like they're going to pit and stays out, I'm going to say, oh, instead of coming, he pulled out.
Effort in getting that truck up on the hook. And
Cue Troy Aikman, he starts to come and then he pulls out.
Back there inside the top 10, Colby hired a strong run again tonight.
I got to play that video in celebration of football season about to begin. He starts to come and then he pulls out.
That big lead at the beginning of the season from that successful regular season. What's that done for Zane Smith here in the playoffs? Still plus 23 despite where he sits at 27. That's why you work so hard in the regular season.
Okay, 42 to go.
Lock a guy in if it's a playoff driver that can win.
Majeski, Infinger, Friesen, and Nemechek. I feel like on equal tires is just so hard to pass. So hard it makes you want to come to pit road when the caution comes. Damn, Nemechek. Oh!
Squeezed.
Infinger didn't really squeeze him, but Nemechek thought better of it.
Enfinger trying to pull up on the right side on the outside.
And Majeski, oh, just barely clears the 23. I thought he was going to get hooked. Thought he was going to get walled at the start-finish line. He's leaving that top open, though, to give Enfinger a chance. Now he takes it away.
Close to losing the lead. What are we going to do if they have another one?
Here comes Nemechek.
Runs middle. Enfinger moves up, takes the fours line away behind him.
It's been the entire race.
40 to go.
Freezing in fourth.
Come on, Nemechek, keep that parlay alive since Zane Smith shit the bed tonight.
Playoff drivers, 5th and 6th. 40 to go. Ty Majeski, mentioned, has not won this season. He's one of 4 drivers in the playoffs
To not come. Oh, sorry.
One of those other drivers without a win in the playoffs is the guy right behind him, Grant Enfinger.
I don't know just where in the hell the speed came from on the 66.
Guys who would secure their position into round 2.
Couple tenths that time for Majeski, faster than the field.
You know, he talked about last Tuesday when we chatted, losing control of the race late. That restart, he nearly lost the lead to Grant Enfinger. So we'll see if we have more restarts, if he's able to get up on the wheel and keep control of this baby.
2 of our trucks that stopped and put tires on with Taylor Gray in the 17, and obviously Zane Smith. Taylor is up to 16.
37 to go. Majeski's driving away again, just like on the previous run.
They're all chasing and a ways back from the 66 of Ty Majeski. Majeski's such an easy guy to root for. I mean, he had an opportunity at Roush, didn't work out. Got an opportunity.
He plays that damn cartoon racing.
Didn't work out. Ended up going to Thorson.
Chandler Smith's up to 13th with all that damage.
Earning an opportunity for a few races.
Still ahead of Matt Crafton. You can get wrecked and still beat Matt Crafton.
In that part-time schedule. And they rewarded him with a full-time ride this season, Jamie, and he is making them thankful they did.
And then talking to him earlier this afternoon, he really was thinking about that. He was sitting down with his crew chief, Joe Shear Jr. He said, "I've waited for this opportunity my entire career."
35 to go. He's over a second ahead and pulling away.
Keep doing what we've been doing. If we can get top 5 finishes in this first round of the playoffs, we're going to still be there to continue fighting. Obviously, things have worked out better than that for them up to this point tonight, but he has a very clear head. So on the radio, they're telling him just marks and rhythm. And everybody's just going through their motions. Everybody's doing their job, and it's exactly where they want to be right now.
Well, Joe Shear Jr., that crew chief on the left-hand side. Crew chief, part of so many Johnny Sauter wins throughout Sauter's career.
Been a crew chief at every level of NASCAR and has just done a great job at running the 6.
I haven't watched much trucks this season after I got bored and started working a lot.
He said, you know, if I don't ever get the cut, I'm content. I like working on the truck. He runs the Rover arm.
Yeah, he still works in the shop now, Vince, and he works on all these trucks.
He works on all the trucks. He gets pride in seeing them run so well. All 4 of the Thor Sport trucks in the playoffs. I'm sure if he got a chance to go cup racing, he would take it in about 2 seconds. But right now, winning this truck championship and being a truck racer, he's very happy with what he's doing.
Still runs his late model quite a bit.
And wins.
Yes.
Most of the time.
Majeski's one of those guys I look at all the different things that he's raced and won and just think, well, that guy's just a racer. And he's a darn good one. 32 laps away from winning for the first time.
Why did Vince Welch sound vaguely Irish there? He's a darn good one.
Love to see 32 green flag laps.
I'd like to see 31 green flag laps now myself.
Leading the race lane.
Matt DiBenedetto, 10th.
No caution, please no caution.
Get that man a cup. Oh, I'm kidding. I forgot.
And then you look up and
Well, what a shit race for Haley Deegan. She's 23rd.
there's no way there's not going to be a caution. You better just get your
And nothing's even happened to her yet. She just flat out sucks tonight.
Now Zane is up into the top.
She just got passed by Timmy Hill.
Racing with the 18 of Chandler Smith. Remember that?
Yeah, Ben Rhodes is fast. I just feel like these trucks up front are too equal. They're too even. So kind of where you restart's pretty much where you're going to finish. Unless you just want to run through somebody.
It's going to move them up into
Which is what it would take. But now Enfinger and Nemechek are not going to catch Majeski. Not without some serious lap traffic help.
Watch, too. The guy that sort of ran him over is now passing him and driving away. See if Taylor can get around there as well in that 19. They both work around Casbrala in the 02.
Let's hear a Blue Emu race summary. 5 different leaders tonight. John Hunter Nemechek won stage 1, led all the laps of stage 1. Tom Majeski won stage 2. Majeski out front right now.
Looks like Chandler's going to get that spot from Eric as well and try to continue toward the front.
What an eventful week it's been for Chandler Smith. He won last week at Pocono. He came in with that momentum, won the ARCA race earlier this evening here at IRP. He's in this race tonight. On Sunday, they're going to induce his wife for their first child. And this guy's got...
You know why? You know how she got pregnant? Because he came.
See that 62, Lane Riggs. He filled that hole too. Oh, and they're going
Ooh, Ben Rhodes. He looked like he was chasing the 52 up the track to take him out, but he didn't. Slight contact.
Taylor Gray has made his way up into the top 10.
Taylor Gray's 10th. Wow.
Fresh tires. He's passed a lot of good trucks to get there.
Zane Smith is 13th and Chandler Smith's 14th.
That's the goal of top 10.
They pitted too.
First 3 races.
I think he's changed his mind.
And Ben Rhodes is 4th now.
He wants 4th right now.
And he made it.
And Friesen's crossed him over. But I think Rhodes is going to hold the spot.
Most of our watching this action just ahead. And that 42 truck sliding in behind Stewart.
25 to go. Ty Majeski continues to lead. Grant Infinger, a little under 2 seconds.
They have caught the tail end of the field. I
Majeski and Infinger both.
don't know if it's going to be enough to help Infinger.
Season. For Majeski, it would be his first career win. And if either one, no matter who wins, if you're highlighted in yellow, you're guaranteed a spot in the second round of the playoffs.
Yes, I just love what you said. Just an easy guy to pull for. Very persistent, very hardworking, and obviously very talented behind the wheel of one of these trucks.
Navigating lap traffic, that's Chris Wright in the 44.
Comfortable lead, about a second half right now over Infinger. Lost a little bit of ground because of the traffic. Infinger was one of the faster trucks on the racetrack that last lap.
Jack Wood in the 24, rookie.
Taylor Gray up to 9th. I'm keeping my eye on those fresh tires. All the way up to 9th, he was just able to get by Tyler Ankrum. There he is right there. There's Tyler Ankrum in the 16.
Taylor Gray going to win the race. Just kidding.
Impressive run for both Gray and
Zane Smith is 12th.
Yeah, they've been good.
Grace,
What happened to Chandler Smith? He dropped to 16th now.
Carry him a little bit farther, too, guys.
There's Colby Howard inside the top 10 as well. How many times have we mentioned this season what a good job Colby Howard has done at a particular point in the race?
We just keep seeing him more and more inside the top.
Majeski's coming to 20 to go with almost a 2-second lead.
Continues to log laps. Comes around this time.
Don't want to jinx you, Michael.
It's the Camping World 20 to go, Vince. How did that sound?
It sounded great, Michael. Well done.
Next year will be the Craftsman 20 to go.
Not the first time, won't be the last, but you did it with grace.
Jake Garcia got down a lap early. It's run pretty competitively, but now falls another lap off the pace.
It's a tough spot. You know, we talk so much and focus so much attention on the playoff guys. They deserve that. They've earned it. But for these other drivers that aren't in the playoffs, you know, you've got things you're trying to get accomplished as well. But you also...
By the way, I'm going to end the stream fairly quickly when the race is over, so expect an abrupt goodbye because I got to go play video games with my friends.
For one of them, just out of curious, professional...
Plus, I got to stay awake.
Yeah, but you also want
I'm foolishly staying up late, but I did take a nap earlier.
You want to make sure you give them all you got. Be respectful to the leaders, just like you said, but you want to make sure that there's something you take away from the event where your team says, man, we got a guy behind our wheel that can get it done.
That's what I mean. I think that can kind of be a thin line. I mean, that's a hard situation for a guy like that. Race it hard, but yet don't create problems.
Did Majeski almost spin under a lap truck?
One of the playoff guys. There's Jake Garcia trying to do maybe just that.
Oh, man. That wasn't as bad as they reacted, but close.
He is certainly feeling it when he is in the traffic, telling his team that he is getting real tight. They're telling him
Starting to get tight, he says, and fingers cut into that lead, but not enough to make you worry. Went from 1.9 down to 1.6, trending towards the second and a half. Still got 16 to go.
See where Corey heads from here.
He's not quite pulling away now.
Kobe
Oh man, look at the ticker now. Infinger's got it down to 1.3. So he's not pulling away now, but maybe it'll stabilize.
Down on the bottom, you see him all the way to the bottom. Watch it get that truck turned in the center of the corner, and then come.
Like I said, lap traffic would be the only way. I didn't know if it'd make enough of a difference, but it just might.
Well, if there's a caution flag now, I think I've changed my mind. I'm coming to get tires. I don't think you can hang out in there and swim this race. With less than 15 laps to go, if it comes out right now. You're going to restart with less than 10 laps to go, Michael, and we've got 26 trucks on the lead lap. No, I wasn't a crew chief, Phil. I'm a driver. I want some hard tires. You got the paper flying off those stickers.
Yeah, lap traffic cut. Now it's down to a second. It's not even a second and a half now. It's down to about a second. And they're showing anything but Majeski and Infinger right now. Can you show the gap for the lead? There you go. There's Majeski. It's right at a second.
And not lose his spot.
And he's got Haley Deegan and the 9 truck right in front of him, 2 wide, racing for position.
Look at this battle between Deegan and the 9 truck.
And Infinger's coming.
Getting a little bit on our leader.
13 to go.
These two are all Infinger's closed up now to less than.
What's he doing, Mikey? Oh, that was a horrible corner for Majeski. Yeah, Infinger's got this.
But you can't be too careful.
Horrible corner. 3/10 of a second.
And
Gotta force the issue a little now.
While you're at it, telling me about my tires. Get these people out.
He's trying to pass these lap trucks in the bottom. He just can't. He's right. He's tight. Now he's going to try to block Infinger into the lap truck, which might buy him a corner, but he's going to drift up the track here, and Infinger's going to pass him in the center of the corner. There it is. Sorry, Michael. Infinger's there. He's on the inside. Racing hard, Majeski. Let Nemechek catch up. There's Nemechek. Don't let him clear you yet. No!
Almost has them cleared.
Infinger led that lap. Send it off into turn 1. Slide job, Tom.
Such good work.
Ah, yeah, Majeski's too tight. You could see it.
And look right behind him.
Infinger's got the lead coming to 10 to go.
And that 4 truck, he's going to join this battle.
What a missed opportunity for Majeski. He's not even going to finish second now because Nemechek's definitely faster than him.
It's like when
10 to go.
he got to the back of the battle.
Can Nemechek run down Infinger, though?
Stalled him out. Lost his momentum. Lost his rhythm, I think, as well. And
His lap trucks really did Majeski in.
knowledge he has just hopped on that.
His truck just completely fell off. Speaking of falling, oh, we got a crash. The 91 hard into the outside wall.
Into the wall hard.
I'm going to stay out.
Big hit.
Too few laps left. Too many trucks on the lead lap. I got to stay out now. Colby Howard just wrecked. You coming? No, I'm not.
You come if you're standing figure.
Shut up.
Okay. But if you're Carson Hocevar running 9th, I would consider it.
Hocevar was dropping like a rock. He was actually who I was about to reference here. Oh, he got moved by Colby Howard. And then he hooked him. Wow, Hocevar.
That would be a little bit of a retaliation.
Colby Howard moved him out of the way, and then Hocevar just hooked him going off into turn 1. That's kind of fucked up.
Where do you stand on that?
Yeah, I don't like hooking guys. I do not like hooking guys.
If you get knocked out of the way.
I know he got knocked out of the way, used up, whatever, but don't hook a guy. Zane Smith's back in the top 10.
Want a little respect because you're racing for the playoffs, but you know, arguably
Stay out.
Probably the best run that Colby Howard has had all year, and he has a chance to get by Carson Hocevar up in the top 10. Tough call. Yeah. I don't like just wiping a guy out myself, but
You got to stay out now. If this caution came out 10 laps ago, I'd pit.
he definitely turns him sideways.
But not now.
And then watch it. Hocevar's going to turn.
God damn, Hocevar, you're better than that.
No question.
Thing is, you let the 91 go, and then you send it off in the corner and do the same to him.
Some of the crew chiefs
You don't hook a guy.
to get some tires. Yeah.
See Colby Howard.
Colby Howard not happy.
Disappointment and
You get hooked. You reserve the right to fuck somebody up if they hook you.
Before it's all said and done.
Yeah, if you're up in
This
that
season.
if you're in that top 5, you're not pitting.
Oh, he said pitting.
You still have
There's the damage on the front of the 42.
4 trucks on the lead lap.
The 42's got a weapon sticking out from his left front now.
Taylor Gray is now he's up to the 7th spot with 40.
He's got a pit anyway. He was
Zane now is
dying on that run there, just like
all
Majeski.
the damage in his truck.
Hell, if I was Majeski, I'd pit. You clearly just don't have the truck to handle this. It's too tight.
156.
I know he's running second, but I just don't see any way Majeski can win this.
That's a tire cutter there.
I know he could just move him, but he's not going to be able to hold everybody back. They're going to restart with about 4 to go, I think.
Come to address that?
They might. They're going to take a hard look at it. I know they would hate to black flag a playoff contender for something like that, but they have to look at the safety aspect of it for sure.
I don't think they bring them.
So pit road will be open.
Road's
here,
open.
And it'll be real interesting to see if there's going to be any takers. I do not expect.
I think Majeski should pit. Oh, Nemechek stays out. Enfinger pits, Majeski pits. Oh man, Nemechek's fucked.
But everybody else.
Nemechek's a sitting duck now. I think 2 trucks stayed out with him. Maybe. God, dude, I said stay out, but that was under the assumption that most guys would stay out.
7 to go right now. We're going to restart with less than 5 to go, Jamie.
I didn't see that coming. Coming.
As soon as the caution came out, he said, "Give me some tires. I am done."
Majeski pitting made sense to me because of the handling.
For Grand Enfinger, decision also made. Come in, take 4 tires, go all the way up in pressures, making it a quick stop, but it's taking a little longer than the 66 did.
Oh, what a long stop.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I don't know that 4 tires was the way to go.
And Kyle Busch.
If you pit, why wouldn't you take 4? What's 2 going to do? You're already going to be fucking in traffic because you pitted.
The position his driver's going
Except there's only 1 guy that stayed out. I'm pretty sure 2 guys. Nemechek and Taylor Gray, I know they stayed out.
And remember, John Hunter was keeping pace with Grand Enfinger.
I think Ankrum stayed out.
Like Majeski had.
Let's see how many drivers stayed out when they get to the start-finish line. Our scoring will reset.
Yeah. Nemechek, Taylor Gray, Tyler Ankrum.
23 of Enfinger. You better believe there's going to be a difference felt.
Restart with probably 3 to go now.
Yeah, 10 drivers stayed out, Vince.
Okay, 10 trucks stayed out. Okay, that makes it. The front runner's pitting, though. What the fuck? So I think John Hunter's going to win. I didn't realize that 10 stayed out. I only saw like 3 or 4 big names, but 10 trucks stayed out.
3 laps to go when we restart.
Yeah, and one of those top.
Zane Smith's one of them. I think John Hunter's going to win the race, but Taylor Gray has better tires. I don't know what that's worth this late in the race. If they've equaled out or not, I don't know.
45 lap.
Imagine being Taylor Gray and you're going to junk a playoff guy to win a race. Wouldn't that be funny?
In the top 5.
And also remember this track we're racing on. It's a short track, yes, but we've already seen 4 wide. Will we see 5 wide? These guys are going to be so aggressive on this restart. There's Lane Riggs.
And we may have multiple restarts too. Obviously, smart move to stay on the racetrack. Trip Bruce, Gene Need, and all the guys.
Well, after this one, we'll have a week off, and then 2 weeks later, 2 weeks from now, we'll be in Richmond for another short track. August 13th.
Trucks at Richmond, might stream that one, it depends.
2 of our playoff guys who have wins at Richmond. Nemechek in position maybe to get another one tonight.
It's a good track for the truck series.
Be a sitting duck, but I'm starting to think maybe that track position could be, maybe I've waffled and changed my mind.
Well, can I just go on?
I was scared to death when I saw everybody in the top 10 pit except for John Hunter. Then I realized, oh, okay, some more guys stayed out with him than we thought.
Sitting duck, Vince.
Coming to the choose.
Damn, look at those rapid fire comments.
Oh, this is going to be big.
Remember, fresher tires down below him, Vince. Nobody has any more experience in this field on restarts than John Hunter Nemechek.
Kyle Busch looks more nervous as owner than he would be as driver. So you can see the nerves in Kyle.
He's telling John Hunter, don't let that 17 truck beat you. 2 to go when we get this restart. He's got to launch.
2 to go.
First truck with fresh tires. Looks like it's going to be
Caution took a lap or 2 longer than I thought it would.
That 17 truck just 7.
Zane Smith has still got a top 5 after all this.
The 17 truck won at Knoxville with Todd Gilliland, won at Nashville with Ryan Priest.
Yeah, Todd, I'm with you. That caution took a little too long, so the guys that pitted have to be upset. I think caution hit with like 8 or 9 to go. I think there was 9 to go. And now we're restarting with 2. And they're already, Taylor Gray and the 4, dooring each other. John Hunter, why'd you pick the outside? Are you stupid? John Hunter was the leader and he picked the outside line? Fucking Taylor Gray takes the lead. Come on, John Hunter. You're smarter than that. Oh, John Hunter takes him out. Caution, caution. Oh, John Hunter, you are better than this. What the fuck? The dumbass picked the outside line as the leader and then wrecks the guy
Smith right up there.
and lost the lead. I think Zane Smith's the leader. I'm pretty sure he was ahead at the time of caution. If I'm Taylor Gray, I'm going to stomp your fucking ass.
Perfect restart. Did everything by the
You gave the race away, John Hunter. You picked the outside line. What a fool.
So unfortunate for Taylor Gray.
I'm Taylor Gray. I'm going to go run here and junk this fucking Ford truck.
Yeah, it's more than it's uncalled for.
Yeah.
It's just more.
That's just dirty. John Hunter ought to get his ass whooped for that.
Kyle Busch.
And they just had Kyle Busch's team's right next to the DGR team.
DGR right next to him.
Oh, Lord.
He wasn't going to make.
Maybe my stream won't be over quick. We got a post-race deal to watch.
You know, we talked
That's good for the guys that pitted.
giving them respect.
Buys them another opportunity.
Down in bold ink, we just got turned around.
That's just dirty. Uncalled
Remember
for.
that. Yeah. Obviously, Zane was definitely ahead.
John Hunter's done a lot of stupid shit in his career and today. Spun out earlier, hitting a lap car, picks the outside line there, and then he's shocked when he loses the lead, so he just wrecks the guy. I mean, he just set it off and wrecked him. And Zane Smith said, thanks. Although, if Zane Smith wins, hell, I get money. So, goddamn. John Hunter wins, I keep my parlay. If Zane Smith wins, I get money now.
Scoring lines.
So they say they've got John Hunter as the leader. I don't agree with that.
When they cross the last.
I don't agree with that.
The 4 box and the 17 pit boxes right next to one another.
Damn.
Well, the 4 is going to.
Well, the thing is, if you're on the pit box of the truck that just got wrecked, don't fight the guys over there. They're not driving the truck. Your problem's with John Hunter. He drives the fucking truck.
And how about the 6?
I never understood crew guys getting pissy with each other and crew chiefs yelling at each other. It's like, take it up with the driver.
From 11th to 6th.
Nobody on that pit box had anything to do with John Hunter taking out the 17. That was just, John Hunter made a really stupid move and
Not done
a
yet
poor
as
decision.
we go to
But it might win him the race, so maybe it's worth it. I don't know. I agree with you, Todd. I think he doored the shit out of the 17 at the restart.
Up in the top 5.
He jumped the restart and was already dooring the 17 before they even got to start-finish line.
So many good stories up and down the pylon tonight. Some really good runs, not the least of which was Taylor Gray, who was in position to win this race before getting wrecked.
I think if he makes it one more.
Yeah, Taylor Gray was going to win, I think.
It was all over, Vince. They weren't going to catch him with those pressure tires.
Infinger is fourth.
From up there.
So, yeah, this was beautiful for him.
Johnny Sauter has moved up into the top 10.
Rhodes is seventh. Majeski ninth. So Infinger's really in the best position here.
Did you really think we wouldn't have NASCAR overtime tonight at this race with all we've seen?
Man, I love IRP.
Twists and turns.
Boy, there. It'll be exciting right to the finish. It has been a good race tonight. So many different.
Can't believe Hocevar did what he did earlier, but John Hunter doing that doesn't surprise me.
80 lap pressure tires events for.
That's why I just don't think Nemechek's ever going to make it back to Cup in a good car.
Chooses to be so.
Why are we just riding around under caution right now?
I'd almost want the inside if I was Infinger because you have so much more room down there. He could drive.
If you're the leader and you don't pick the inside, you're a fucking moron. We've seen it all night.
But I don't know. You're going to have options. We talk about how wide the track widens out when they get to the corner. Maybe if he's on the outside, he could take the middle and make the move. I hate to give up row 2.
Yeah.
Whatever I have to do.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go back to row 3 no matter what.
There's the rules for NASCAR overtime, Vince.
It's a 2-lap shootout. They'll come around and they'll get the green. And if they take the white, then the next flag, whether it's the yellow.
If I was 17, I'd have rode around here under caution and knocked the shit out of the 4. I'd have Days of Thunder at his ass.
Re-rack it and do it again. Unlimited attempts.
Can this please be the one to go? Looks like it's going to be.
It wouldn't surprise me, Vince.
Here we go.
Nemechek picked the outside again. You're asking to get beat, bro.
I like
What's he going to do? Wreck Zane Smith? Do the same? Is he going to turn into Derek Krause at Knoxville and just start wrecking whoever beats him on these restarts?
And behind Zane Smith is Grant Infinger. Behind Nemechek is.
Nemechek picked the outside again. I
you
just
wanted those tires. You're
don't get it.
I gave them to you.
Infinger's going to win the race.
Well, yeah, we argued about it a little bit, but I gave them to you.
I was fighting for him. It almost made me change my mind. I was like, well, maybe I don't need no damn tires.
Who do you like here, guys?
I like Infinger.
Truck.
And Zane Smith's going to have a much better shot on the bottom.
But I like Grant Enfinger to win this race. I like to.
Why is Nemechek just inviting everybody to beat him in this race? 2 laps.
NASCAR overtime.
If Nemechek can jump the restart, he'd be in good shape here. Damn.
Great start by John.
He's fucking smoked him on. That was a good restart. Now picking the outside don't look so dumb, although it still does. Oh, Zane Smith put him in the wall.
Zane didn't give him a whole lot of room.
Zane Smith just drove like the fucking 4 was not even there. He takes the lead, but here comes Enfinger on those fresh tires, and we're coming to the white flag. Fresh tires, you got to beat him. You got to get by him because you don't know when the yellow's going to come here.
The white flag is
White flag, I think Enfinger beat him to the line. Fresh tires, takes the lead.
closes the door on Zane Smith.
There you go. Grant Enfinger, if he can get through 3 and 4 without Rhodes getting to him. Rhodes is side by side with Zane Smith for second. Drives it off into 3. Enfinger's gone.
A subpar
Grant Enfinger
turned it around in one start of the
wins.
Enfinger wins.
Good for him. What a win for Enfinger. Beautiful. They pitted. I thought they were fucked when those 10 trucks stayed out, but they got that extra caution. They got the overtime they needed.
What a turn of events.
What a call, too.
And John Hunter just got fucking destroyed by Zane Smith, but you know what? Hey.
He's going to pull it off, and that's exactly.
Saw a lot of guys do a lot of stupid things here tonight, and it's some of the best drivers in the series. Hocevar, Zane Smith, Nemechek.
Pit road on lap 190.
Now this ought to be a fun post-race show.
To put fresh tires.
So I'm not going anywhere just yet. I'm not going to get off here before I see what goes on, if anything. But Grant Enfinger, been waiting for him to win all year.
Late in the season, brought his old friend Jeff Hensley back to work the top of the box, and together they have won again. And oh, how big it is, winning in the playoffs.
And Enfinger didn't piss anybody off tonight. He raced clean. That's good karma. Karma won this race for Grant Enfinger because he drove the cleanest race of anybody all night in that top 10
Adding his name to a list of
and won the race. So good for him. Well deserved.
Like Ron Hornaday, who won here 4 times.
Yeah, this was definitely a truck series race,
Won the first 2
but it was not boring.
here at IRP. Jack Sprague, Carl Edwards, the youngest
Jack Sprague and Carl, there you go.
in the truck series at Raceway Park. And now Grant Enfinger adds his name to that list, the 13th different winner this season.
Boy, did he work for it, too, now.
He earned it, and he deserves it for the way he raced tonight compared to his competitors.
Jamie Howe is down there with our winner.
And congratulations all around from everybody at the team for Grant Enfinger. He said it. We needed this regroup. We needed to recover from the regular season that we had. Grant, it came down to perfect execution tonight. How does this help this team continue to move forward?
Well, we're finally moving forward at all. You know, this is the first laps we've led since Atlanta or something. Terrible off season. Not because
Haley Deegan, 13th through all the chaos.
these guys here behind me, but you know, we've just been off a little bit as an organization. But can't say thank you enough to Mike Bain, Marty Gallagher, Ron Booth.
His overtime's really benefited a lot of people that needed them.
Everybody on this 23 team. We've been working so hard because we've been sucking. And,
Nobody's fighting.
But we've had a terrible.
No confrontations. They'd surely be showing it if there were.
Number 23 champion power equipment Chevrolet all day. Felt like every time we got in the lead, a caution come out and put Hensley in a bad spot. I knew from experience to just trust his gut. I couldn't keep my mouth shut some of the time. I was still trying to.
Remember when I said picking the outside would lose you the race? That's precisely why John Hunter had no chance at winning this.
Bible verses in there. So
He picked the outside twice in a row like a dumb fuck.
Very, very thankful.
I did hear that a few times on the radio. You said, just go with your gut here. Where does that trust come from between the two of you and Jeff Hensley?
This is a really long interview.
And we've ridden the roller coaster together. You know, we've been in the lows. We missed the playoffs our first year together, and we hadn't missed it since. So we've had some success together, and just he's a racer, I'm a racer. Neither one of us are very smart, but we put it together tonight.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Michael, I'll see you tomorrow. The race is at 3:30 tomorrow.
Saying goodbye with John Hunter, Nemechek. What were those conversations you were just having with the 17 team?
That's for private, but it is what it is.
You wrecked him!
Had a really fast job with Toyota Tundra TRD Pro tonight.
He's lucky he didn't get
Sometimes
his
you're the
ass
bug and
whooped, man.
Sometimes you're the windshield, and we were the bug tonight. So I made a mistake early on and spun myself.
Then he made 2 mistakes at the end.
We had a restart there at the end on old tires. Everybody had fresher tires, and I tried driving down in the bottom of 3 underneath the 17, and I just kept sliding and accidentally got into his left rear, tried to stay off of him. So that team has their opinion. I have my opinion. I'm sure him and I will talk at some point. And then the final restart had a really good jump. Thought that we were going to have a shot there and got run in the fence by the 38. So it's a couple times he's run me in the fence. So
Zane Smith finished 3rd.
And we'll move on to solid points.
Is this dude fucking serious right now?
I don't know where that puts us above the cut line, but some really good racetracks coming up for us. So proud of all the guys.
No wonder you've only won 1 race this year. You're a fucking moron. I've come to the conclusion that John Hunter is talented, but just stupid.
Time, John Hunter. Guys.
He's just not very smart.
Like I said,
He is not a smart race car driver.
and John Hunter said I got loose getting in and hitching. So there's always
No, you wrecked him. I don't care if you got loose or not. Anyway, I gotta go, guys.
But then again,
I will see y'all tomorrow because the Xfinity race on the road course should be great. So, good night, everyone.